All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope this is coming through clearly. We are always never sure that streams work until about 2 minutes after we start them. So, at least for the start of today, I don't know what my whole game plan is, but for the start of today, I am going to seethe and maul a little bit about this thing. The Whiffle bat. So kind of here's what I want to do. Anyway, here's kind of what I want to do. I think I want to try today. You were at a pro cooking materials shop for Christmas to buy a gift. Tell me about this. Holding an actual butcher cleaver? That's glorious. It's really, like, that's not terrible for 2 light attacks at this pacing. I mean, I'm sure if I compare it to anything, I'm going to be really disappointed, since... But... There. I think that little uppercut does, like, piss all damage. Oh my god. 200 on a headshot. Why doesn't it exist? Alright, we gotta buff that uppercut. That's like the first... Number 1, the uppercut deserves to be considered a strike down. Oh, okay. I mean, just point of order, that was pretty decent. Like, heavy one-shots without heavy hitter into, what is that, like 4 guys? I think I can kill, like, all of them. That feels pretty good.
Loyalty is never more than skin deep.
Is that a headshot priority issue? Knives are worse. Knives actually, I think, are worse right now. There you go. If I get headshots with this, I can actually clean pretty good. Usually when they add a slide attack that's like an uppercut, usually when we have uppercuts, like think of every other weapon with an uppercut in this game, it always has a really good strike down profile, and this one just like, why does it do damage like that? My general view of this weapon is that it has Whiffle bat damage. I have to compare. Right? Go grab a knife. I'll show you what a knife does. I've got my Mark III cleaver right here. Let's see which I want the heavy swing since we're gonna do a direct comparison, right? I think that legitimately was fewer kills. It's hard to tell because this is the diagonal, not a horizontal swing, right? The Eviscerators. They're both underpowered right now. So it looks like this thing... It's hard for me to get as many kills because of the diagonal on it. Right? But I think they are doing an equivalent amount of damage. We can compare on this guy's head. That's unarmored for 347. This is just base weapon performance without heavy hitter, right? 347. That's a heavy attack. God, it's insanely bad. It's insane to me that an Ogrin can't kill a man. So it's technically more damage than the cleaver. I mean, the cleaver needs buffs already, which means this probably needs buffs too, but let's just put that on the table for a second. Alright, how about carapace damage? Most things on Ogrin actually have unexpectedly good carapace. enormous swing. I mean, that's fine, but when you hit the guy like over here with your attack, you're like, wait a second. The Eviscerator got power crept as well in another way. Let me show you something. So I ran into this the other day, and maybe this is just a Havoc problem, but if it is a Havoc problem, it still needs to be buffed. But I'll just go talk about the Eviscerator real quick since we're here. And I got to switch. I got to switch anyway to Zealot, to show you what I want to talk about. So real quick, because I got to also compare this to this weapon, just as a point of order. Like this is the baseline power level that we should have on the Indignatus Crusher. So, I mean, okay. I feel like the Power Maul hits this threshold. Admittedly, I'm on a Martyrdom build, and I'm not taking advantage of it, but, I mean, we're in the same ballpark here. I know we can get Thrust or Skull Crusher on this thing and really boost the power. Sure is incredible as a weapon, and always has been. Since it got buffed anyway. Yeah. Doesn't it also have Thrust now? Or they gave it Slaughterer for sure. I mean, it's not overpowered. It still underperforms certain weapons, but it's definitely one of the best weapons in the game for Zealot. So, like, kind of in the 600 range. Yeah, well, that's because most Zealots aren't using it compared to more entertaining weapons, like the Power Maul, or the Thunderhammer does certain things that are more interesting in Havocs, and in Orcs even. And there's the Dueling Sword spam, which is just everything. And then the Relic Blades, right? But it is an incredibly good weapon, like, I still think that... Oh, I don't have Thrust. I have Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher is actually incredibly strong, so that's why I took that instead of Thrust. Like, when you stack up Skull Crusher on things, the amount of damage you can do with it is insane. So once you get the Crusher going, the damage on the Crusher is actually really high too. It's just, that's the way it is. It's a really strong weapon. So I want to show you this, and let me just... Dang it, I hit the wrong button. We're going to lag out for a second. Everybody stay calm. There we go. Do this. Turn these guys off. We're going to grab a Crusher. So here's why I'm upset about this weapon, and I'm pretty sure this is on Damnation 2. I tested it last on Damnation. Alright, ready? That seems like a problem. Here, let's try that. Get a clean headshot. I didn't get the headshot. So, we'll try again. That was a headshot. Do you notice something here? Do you notice something? Do you think there's a problem? Maybe? This is just Damnation. That was a full shred. This is the Mark 15, by the way. This is the stronger one. So they buffed Stagger Valleys, but they didn't buff it. And let's just as a comparison point, right? Like, this is a giant... When Willie gets... I don't know if I can even stagger him. So let's just compare this. This is a light... Arthi. Wow. Arthi, thank you so much. Genuinely. Come along, swing in with the big 50 at the start of my stream. I am incredibly grateful. There's not even enough people here to stream yet, I don't think. But maybe it'll gift the rest once more people show up. Thank you. This dude's name, Jesus Christ, is the true master of mankind. What a Chad. Really, though, thank you, Arthi. That's incredibly generous. I'm so grateful. These gifts have basically, like, kicked my membership, I think, at this point. And most of them are gifted memberships, and that's totally great. That's amazing and generous of everybody. I think I'm in like the 200 range now, which is just so wild. So, thank you, Arthi. I feel that people appreciate the work I'm trying to do, and I'm grateful for it. So, and I'm grateful that people are coming by and being like, "Hey, we like what you're doing so much. Here's some generosity, nuke." Yeah, and it's very, very. I'm very grateful. Okay, so this is. I'm just going to reiterate. This is a chain axe, and this is a light attack into an arm or a body. Okay. And there's no reason in my mind that the chain axe should be better at staggering than the eviscerator. My view is that the chain axe shouldn't even really outperform the eviscerator. Like, I'm fine with that. I know it's my favorite weapon and all, but like I view it as having certain breakpoints the eviscerator can't quite get because the eviscerator has more clear or whatever, but whatever.
You are to keep it away from
any horde shooters on the horizon that I've seen that might be interesting. So far, banned in life. So far, the answer is I haven't seen anything. I'm always on the lookout for more horde shooters and stuff because as fun as this game is, it's nice to have some variety, right? So that's at the moment I haven't seen anything. Den of Wolves? Maybe. What's Den of Wolves? Let's look it up. Here, give me a second. Den of Wolves. Oh yeah, there is. I don't know if this is going to be. I don't know if this is going to be a horde shooter, but I am kind of excited about Steel Hunters. Saw an ad for it just now. Oh, what is this an ad? Well, I just wanted to watch the gameplay. Cyberpunk vibes. Okay, so Den of Wolves is Payday 3, but they're going to have is True Day from Payday devs. Did like the actual Payday devs leave the old Payday studio and make a new Payday, but with Cyberpunk vibes? I have tried Get the Fuck Out. I did not like GTFO. The reason I don't like GTFO, personally, is not because it's a bad game or it's just interesting. It's because it takes too long to play, and it's a suspense-based game, but it never made me feel uncomfortable. I never was like, I'm worried. I was like, I'm bored. So I went back to playing this game over and over again. Okay, so let's just reiterate. This is a light, nothing. This is a heavy. That's a headshot, nothing. So in order to do this, you actually have to stay out of the way of the pressure. Now, one of the advantages of the weapon is longer reach, which makes it much easier to dodge back and fight. And it's got good TTKs into at least auric crushers, but it's a problem. It's a genuine problem. Like, it's not good. Simon Vickland, but lame hip-hop. Dude, I hate hip-hop crash music. It drives me up a wall. If you're gonna make a Cyberpunk theme game, like, could you please make Cyberpunk themed music? Like, someone should make a horde shooter that's just Cyberpunk. The movesets on the Eviscerator are really boring. So, like, the best one is the Mark 15, right? And the moveset is light, 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 and then block cancel. You can even just do light, light, block cancel, and that's fine, too. So you have a really boring all horizontal light weapon for the people who don't want to use their brain. And this is the strongest way to swing it. And then you have these overheads, which I actually like these overheads because they're big and juicy, but you don't have a way to combine like heavy attacks into anything. Like the relic blades are way more interesting, right? And then actually the fourth attack here is like super slow, and it's an uppercut, but it's slow, and you never want to use it because it's just worse. So you just block cancel. Be 2 secs. Alright, sorry about the delay, gentlemen. I just had to do something real quick. Was playing Magic with a friend who was playing Psylocke, having good comms with another dive because it made it super easy to queue. Easy to keep half the enemy team in respawn. You've been climbing the ranks. You're up to silver, too. Good job, Oogs. Somebody, I think Amorka asked me to make it 1,000 times speed so that I could make it. So I did, just to increase the cancer delivery speeds. How about the other Eviscerator, Mark? Let's go put it on. In fact, I think this is the best one of these that I own. So we'll, yeah, it's got the 61 whatever. So we'll just we'll convert it. This is the Mark III. Now the Mark III is just legitimately worse, but it does have the more interesting swing pattern. So don't mind the skin. Just remember we're using the Mark III here. So we've got sort of like a strike down. We got a strike down, strike down. Oh, this is very interesting swing pattern. Like, what's going on here? So, 2, 3. Hang on. I need to turn on a mod. Where is it? Oh, it's not active. Okay, can I activate it? This is not enabled. Ding. I have tried toughness regen. It doesn't do anything. There's niche use cases for it, but they're so niche as not to be useful. Phantom ults and sticky weapon swaps. Dude, yes, really, though. There's mods to help alleviate that, but it's that gross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. When does this reset? What is going on here? 1, 2, 3. That's the expected 3. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3. What is that? Is that a 4? Is that light 4? I mean, I don't use this that much anymore. But I remember, it's been a while since I remember it being so dang weird. I guess you don't use most of it. There's 4 attacks. There's 4 lights. That's what's going on. So we get, and 2 vanguards. I mean, the heavy swings are just heavy, right? I don't know. I don't know what people are saying about it. Are they saying it's good for something? Because the code itself says that it affects regen speed on coherency. That's what regen is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so this is right. 1, 2. They're not the same angle. This is so. What's up, Smiley? How you doing? 2. See, this is more diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 comes about like 20 degrees more to the right and more vertical. So there was a brief period of time where toughness regen was effective in all cases. I mean, we could try to put it to the test, but I'm telling you, it doesn't do anything. It's true. I am the unpaid Fat Shark CFO, Chief Financial Officer. I make all the financial decisions about the game, which is why I will never allow any of you to get any kind of currency, any kind of Aquilas from any in-game event. I'm in charge of that decision, in case you were wondering. It's my choice. I decide. I say so. Now, it might be surprising that some unpaid playtester is CFO at Fat Shark, but that's just how they do business in Sweden, you know? Not only that, but I joined the team 2 years after the game was relaunched, so, you know, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so we got this. Alright, so the question is, does this have Stagger? Gentlemen, we have confusion. What is going on here? Not on the light. Can I do it with a leg shot? Yes. Okay, so the worst thing about this weapon is... Yeah, okay. There's no really easy way to get access to the heavy. Hey, that was weird. Hang on, what? Did I like block cancel? Is that what I did? Yeah, what the heck was that? Did you see that? Sorry. What? So unlike the chain axe, the light special on this does not hold them down, as you can see. And if I do, hang on, whoopsies. But the heavy overhead on this one does. So this one has a stagger buff the Mark 15 doesn't have, which is very confusing. So they can have immunity if they're not enabled when they come into aggro with you, but once they're enabled, they should get staggered on any hit that has enough sufficient stagger to breach the threshold. And then there's stacking stagger effects. Yeah, the Eviscerators feel really bad. You humble player peasants truly deserve this. You're very welcome. You're shit at appointing bureaucrats. Okay, so does the MK15 stagger on lights though? I will find out, but I really need to see this. Okay, so I think I've just worked out something very strange about this weapon. So heavy, and then if I dodge back, okay, yeah. So I get 2 horizontal sweeps if I dodge. But watch what happens if I just walk. What's going on? Am I dodging out of it? Am I getting the timing right? What is this? Nope, that wasn't a dodge out. Yeah, but I didn't dodge out. Look how many dodges I have when I get done. It gets done. It's 1 dodge. Sorry, I gotta do that again. I still have 3 dodges. It should cost me stamina, right? So we can do a dodge out. There, I lost a bunch of stamina, right? I didn't lose any stamina. Right? So there is... Hey, Kafie. So the Eviscerators do have better horde clear. Let's swap patterns, because we're experiencing some shenanigans here with... I mean, that's really interesting. I like that, honestly, but it is really strange. Like, it's a very particular requirement to get that. I don't even know how that would happen. Okay, so we're back to the Mark 15, which means we're going to have 2 overheads. Overhead, overhead, overhead. Right. So, the question is... No, it doesn't. What about crit stack Evi with cleave on crit? Crit stack Evi is great. Cleave on crit is terrible and should never be used. If you run a crit Eviscerator, it's great. Like, you can do some really good stuff, but you need to have a cleave blessing on this weapon to make it good. Like, it's fundamentally just shit otherwise. It has terrible cleave properties. Default. Which is, I guess it's fine because you do have the cleave blessings, but it does kind of feel like it has that, like, early aesthetic of, oh, we're going to have weapons in the game, but they just have to have blessings to be good. But most of the weapons in this game do have to be have blessings to be good. So, I don't know. It's weird. There's one other one we could try. No. I believe they have a cleave cap, which is one of the problems that probably needs to be addressed. I believe they have a cleave cap of 4. We can actually put that to the test really fast. Hang on. It should be trivially easy to prove the point. So for some reason, the Mark 15 just, like, doesn't. So in theory, what we can do is we can just line up 1, 2, 3, 4. The last guy's taking no damage. See? So it literally doesn't do damage to the last guy. Right? He's not taking any damage. Does the Mark II have a cleave cap? Or Mark III now? It's a Mark III now. Cleave caps are a good thing for balance. A Randu dude, thank you for buying me a coffee, as it were. That $15 will extend my shelf life of all the espresso that I have to buy to stay alive. And I am grateful. What do I think of the Thunderhammer? Okay, so here's what I think about the Thunderhammer. I will spend a moment on the Thunderhammer. I think the Thunderhammer is better after the buffs that more or less I delivered to it. I'm not saying I'm the only person who's ever been involved in the process or anything like that, and I can't talk about the full process or how the cake is made, but if you watch my Thunderhammer video and then you look at the upgrades that the Thunderhammer got, well, I think I made a video about buffing the Thunderhammer, like, I don't know, about 3-4 months ago back. You will see that the buffs the Thunderhammer got are basically the buffs that it got, right? Almost. The thing about the Thunderhammer that's great is it does hit the breakpoints it needs to, especially in Damnation. It even hits the breakpoints it needs to in Havoc 40. It's really hard to hit those breakpoints, and it probably should be easier. So, for example, it can do that, and that's awesome. And it can do that all the way into Havoc 40 with the right buffs in your tree. It can also do the same thing to Maulers, right? So I think that's great. It does not, however, hit this breakpoint very easily, and I think this is a real problem. So this is a light overhead. That's not dead, and I seriously think that's a problem with this weapon. Like, this is just a flak dude, and I hit him in the head with a Thunderhammer light attack, and he's still not dead. You can get that breakpoint, but you need a ton of stuff to get that breakpoint. You need to have, like, I think you need to have 5 stacks of Martyrdom to hit that breakpoint. Or some like, some of this. Now, I really like... Not even. So I would need at least another stack or 2 of Martyrdom to hit that breakpoint, right? And so this is a real problem with this weapon is, like, it's supposed to be a Thunderhammer. I'm spending the time to charge this up. I'm spending the time to do the light attack. I get stuck for a split second. It's not as long on light attacks as it is heavy attacks, but it doesn't feel good, right? And instead, you end up having to fight into maniacs like this, because you have no other choice. You can also swing heavies, because it will stagger them, and it does okay damage. But you're kind of using this as a stagger stick, when it should be the weapon that's the most goated at single target killing. Like, my hypothesis about how the Thunderhammer should play is, whenever you turn it on, whatever you hit just explodes. And I do mean explodes. Like, ideally, give me 1 second. I want to show you what I want. What I want, Auto, or the Blood God, whatever, or the Blood God, that's the one. Force giving. Let me show you. This is what I want to happen. Right now, before I turn this on, let me show you what happens when I kill some dude. Right? Let's just, real quick. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble keeping up with chat, so let me just finish these thoughts, and then if you guys want to re-ask any questions I missed, let me know. Alright, that's a kill with the Thunderhammer currently. Okay, if I do the sideways hit, he just kind of flops over, right? At best, I need to hit somebody with flak armor, because otherwise I'll sail right through him. There you go. That's what he does when you kill him, okay? Not my favorite thing. Yes, please nerf the dueling sword. God, I hate the dueling sword. It's disgusting that... This is a problem with the dueling sword, by the way. Like, the dueling sword can do everything the Thunderhammer can do with none of the investment costs. And the way I see Crushers and Maulers and other Ogrin enemies is that they should require a lot of investment to one-shot. So that any weapon that one-shots them has a really high cost, but it's the only thing in the game that can do it, so you want to take the weapon with the high cost, right? So, hey, big cost, big reward. This should be the big reward. But instead with Dueling Sword, it's like, oh, I poke you a few times, you die. Hold on, I'll show you what I mean. Because, like, I'm not even using the right build. This isn't even correct. I want to make that clear. This is not correct. This is not correct. But that took me about the same amount of time. Also, I can stagger it anytime I want. That took me about the same amount of time. This is not correct. This is the wrong build. I can get a 2 or 3 shot easily. I can get a 1 shot some of the time on a crusher with this weapon, with the toothpick, right? So, bleh. I haven't tried the other marks in quite a while. They're not that much worse. If you go take like the I think it's this one, the Mark II, you could just block cancel. Yeah, you can also hit Fury in 1 shot with it. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it does the same thing that you often need to. I think the other marks are good. Like, I don't want to destroy these weapons. My goal is not to make the new dueling swords into trash cans again, because I hate that. They're really cool, right? I think this is the only one that doesn't have a stab, maybe? They're cool. They're great. I love them. I love them. I think it's awesome that they exist. I want them to be good weapons. I just want them to have a more niche role. So instead of being able to kill... let me explain. I'll get back to Thunderhammer 1 second, because we'll come back to that. Dueling swords should not be that good against these guys. I'm not saying they should be garbage, but they should be quite a bit worse than they are. Same with these targets. Right now, again, I don't have the right build. I don't have the right build. That was a 4-hit KO, and that was super fast and easy and safe. Like, we're talking about being able to do this while strafing around at full speed, right? So, they should be a lot weaker against the really big boys. They should be a little better against these guys, because they're small, and they should absolutely demolish light elites like Ragers, specialists. Like, I'm really fine with this. I'm absolutely okay with that. This is fine, because these enemies in my mind are like the dueling enemies. They're the light elites. You kill them as sort of the light elites, right? So you come through, bam, you're popping these guys. But when you get to these guys, it should fall off kind of hard. And that would make this weapon really cool and safe and fun, and then it has a weakness. Unyielding and carapace should be exactly the issue. That's exactly what I'm saying, KP. And that would... We don't have to, like, nerf it out of the sky. We don't have to, like, destroy it. I think they're fun and cool weapons. I like... People... When I say nerf, I never mean hit it with, like, the world's biggest hammer. Like, people will hear nerf and they're like, it's gonna be garbage! And I get that, because a lot of devs will hit it with so hard that it's bad, right? I don't want that. I really don't want that. I really want these to still be, like, A-tier, S-tier weapons, but they're currently just in their own category of good, and so that's the problem. All right, so let me get back to the Thunderhammer here. So that's problem 1 with the Thunderhammers, is they're just literally, they're outclassed in every way, even though they hit really exciting breakpoints. The breakpoints can be hit by other weapons better. So we have to change the arrangement a little bit, right? Yeah, there's single target versions of heavy swords. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Better mobility, but worse cleave overall would be perfect. And so the idea is that these targets would be the food for the Thunderhammer, and then everything else would be, you know, everything else would be explodes on kill, right? So these guys should just die really easily. All these guys should die really easily. Now, the difficulty is it's going to be dangerous to use, right? That's the cost, but you get 1-shots on everything. Now, I'm going to turn on for the Blood God and show you what I really want with the Thunderhammers. I got to find Thunderhammer in this horrible UI. Thunderhammer, force giving. Override giving type. Explode. Here we go. Ready? Watch this. This is what should happen. Oh, he didn't explode. Hang on. Where's my effect? Where's my effect? Is it not overriding on special? That's right. I got to turn it on special. Only for special attacks. It should just be for all attacks. All right, hold on. Only for special attacks. Explosion, force giving, hit zone. We'll do bot, center mass. Here we go. Ready? What's going on? Did my mod break? This is so tragic. In theory, they should be exploding. In theory, they should just, like, absolutely explode. Hang on, we'll try changing the giving type to something else. Thunderhammer. Maybe we don't do explosion. We'll do implosion, laser, plasma. Sawing? No, we'll do plasma. Plasma might work. Nope, mod's broken, boys. Pack it in. I can't show you the fun bit. Anyway, in theory, this mod should allow me to make stuff explode, but it's not working. So I don't know what to tell you. I swear it worked just the other day. What am I doing something wrong? Like, override hit zone, plasma, explosion, crushing, bolt shell. Can I do bolt shell? No. Well, this is really global setting. I mean, I shouldn't need to turn global settings on. It should be able to override on non-global, see? We'll try it. Override giving type. We'll do explosion. Explosion. For special attacks. Let's see if we can get it to work. Nope, they're just flying off. Use global setting, which is set to off. Oh, did I turn it on wrong? Maybe I'm just stupid. That's plausible. Force giving, use global setting, use individual setting. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Still not exploding. Yeah, it's like it doesn't work. Like, it's definitely... I definitely tweaked it. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm too dumb to apparently read my own UI. But it's just use individual setting, bolt shell. Maybe if I go back to explosion. And we try again. All right, here we go. Oh, I have the VFX set to off? Oh, wait. Didn't it say SFX? Am I just literally that blind today? It's plausible. This says SFX. Add VFX on death. Okay, hang on. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I need. I don't use this mod hardly ever. Only ever to, like, talk about other things. This is not, I think, going to do what you want it to do, but it'll be really funny. Watch this. If it works. Nope, the mod is not working. The mod is not working. What should have happened is when you shoot something with a plasma gun, it's going to explode. Right? And not only should it explode, like, you'll see a big AoE, like, as if the plasma gun exploded, and it looks really funny. But clearly the mod just is not operating. So we're just going to turn that sucker. I'm going to have to go update this mod, clearly. I bet it's broken because of a recent... Oh. Hey! I figured it out, gentlemen. The mod is off. There we go! Jesus. Well, all that troubleshooting. So in theory... Here, hang on. We're going to actually correct this now. We can show you. We can finally show you epic troubleshooting on stream. We'll turn off the global settings because I don't care. Bruh, I got trolled by my own UI. You know why I did that? I did that because I was recording. The last time I played with this, I was recording cleavers, and I had cleavers turned on for headshot on punches, so that you could punch on special. Okay, now let's go back to my Thammer. Where's Thammer? Am I blind? Did I go past it? This is why I hate using it. This is why I never do this on stream, because it's actually just so painful. There it is. There it is. Okay. Explosion. We're gonna get rid of this so we can see what's going on. All right. So we're gonna correct. We're gonna add way more give. We're gonna add some multiplier here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see if that works. He didn't really explode the way I expected. Their heads, I think, are sailing into the abyss here. I might need to actually override body... Yeah, I do. Hang on. I had to play with this quite a bit last time to get this to work, and I demonstrated it in a video. Override hit zone. Center mass. All right, here we go. See? And then their arms fly off. And if you hit them in the body, they explode. See? Malding, Hank, is a internet phrase meaning that you are raging so hard about something minor and unimportant that you are starting to bald like one of those, like, 35-year-old balding men. This is what I want to happen when you swing this into things. I want them to explode from the Thunderhammer. We do need a Power Claw for Ogrin. Please. And you could just turn this on. There went the limb. I've got the projectile speed so high that they're just, like, flying off into the abyss. But you see his torso is just eviscerated, right? So this is what I want. This is what I want. for the Thunderhammer. It needs to have, by the way, I didn't get a chance to fully answer this question. The Thunderhammer is actually okay into hordes now. They gave it enough finesse bonus that it's actually dealing, like, once it gets going with Headtaker, it's fine. It's still slow. It's definitely a weakness of the weapon, but I played it through a Havoc a couple of times, and the output of my actual horde clear damage was fine. Like, you get a couple kills per swing, it's fine. There we go. Doesn't Ogrin already have... Wait. In before Patrick says squeaky toy sound to the better represents current damage. True. I would love to see the corpse actually, like, I don't know, do things when you hit it. That would be fun. I don't know how they haven't added any kind of punch or fist weapon for Ogrin. It actually drives me up a wall. Like, it really annoys me. But if you watch and if you haven't seen it, I did post a video on what I want to do with the Ogrin special attack on the Cleaver. And I want it to be a punch that is so strong that it can kill targets on headshots. And so, weak targets, like groaners and stuff. But you could punch heads off. That would be my dream. Like, you just punch heads off. They just whap, right? I hope Melta gets added to Veteran, but I suspect Melta would get added to Veteran and Zealot. So maybe we could see some other options I could imagine for Vet is like other Power Sword variants. Power Axes are now officially on models for the actual tabletop game. So Commissars can get Power Axes on tabletop, so we could see Power Axes in the game. I would love that. Stuff like that would be amazing. Yeah, one-arm cannon. So, okay, let's get back to the Eviscerator real quick. Just there was one other question I think we had, which was... I actually have all the numbers already, so I don't need anything, but I do want to know if... I was curious... Anyway, let me just sum up my thoughts on Thunderhammer. Thunderhammer needs easier breakpoints on special attacks, and that includes light and heavy special attacks. The only other thing we could do with Thunderhammers is we could change the way Thunderhammers work. So another option for Thunderhammer is... I'm being distracted by Thunderhammer because Thunderhammer is my second baby after chain weapons. So it's okay. It's okay if you distracted me. So the other thing we can do with Thunderhammers is we could give them AoE on hit. And I don't mean damage AoE. I just mean like stagger suppression AoE. Like a small one, but you know, if we're gonna deal with 900, you know, if we're gonna deal with 900 fucking berserkers every game, it's really hard to have the paradigm that it's in be, oh, I hit one guy and then I'm staggered for a second, right? I can't dodge. So an alternative approach to taking the costs out of the weapon is giving it more benefit. So you swing and whap, and then everybody around gets likely suppressed, so you can continue to whack them. I think that would be acceptable as an option. I used to not think so, but we're dealing with the era where like this is not an uncommon sight in front of you, and so you can't use the special attack of the anti-specialist weapon. So an option for improving the weapon would be to give it some AoE or give it more cleave. I've heard people be like, let's give it a relic blade function, but like, what am I supposed to do? Like, am I just doing like heavy hit, light hit, but it's all specials? Like, I'm not sure what the vision is there, and so I can't do it. What's the best power sword build for Zealot? Genuine answer is, I have a martyrdom build that you should tweak slightly to look something like the one that I'm running right now, and that's what you should run. So let me show you the build I have on right now. This is like, I have the Invocation of Death talent in here, and it's a martyrdom build, and it's probably the best build, but you suffer from not having thy wrath be swift, so you can take thy wrath be off. You can take this section off and put it into this section here if you want, and that's a very strong build as well. It doesn't have great crit synergy, but you can run it with a Fury build and it'll still be good, because you can always force crits by FOTFing. Yeah, that's what I think, Agayak, is like, it doesn't really... Hello, cat on a keyboard. I think it doesn't have it doesn't need to be a button press for Relic, right? It doesn't need this, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to do it, right? Like, I suppose an option, let's just like hypothesize real quick. I'm gonna waste your time a little bit more on Thunderhammers, even though it wasn't on the agenda. I'll have to update my thumbnail later. An option. The Eviscerator's fine, but it needs buffs, and I'll explain in a second, because I'm going back to it in just a second. An option for us could be instead... So right now it bounces off all elites, right? This is the Iron Helm, right? Bounces off elites. Okay, we're fighting this many elites. That's a problem. Maybe what we do is we take the Iron Helm as our baseline inspiration, and we say something like this. We've got a mob of dudes. Give me dudes. Newly infected. All right, we've got a mob of dudes swarming in with our big guys. We take the Iron Helm. It turns on. It stays on. And we swing through everything we hit like this, and then we stop on elite, but it doesn't turn off because it's a relic blade, and then we just continue with our swings back the other way, right? That's a possible interpretation. Another possible interpretation is we combine the ideas, right? So we get Iron Helm, it gets activated like a relic blade. You turn it on, you swing through, and then your swing pattern continues through the other side. But every hit also has a small suppression radius. Small, not as big as the Crushers, just small, right? So that would be an option for turning it into a relic blade, right? You combine higher cleave on lighter enemies with not great damage into the lighter enemies. It doesn't have great damage here. When you do this, it does not have great damage. And then it still stops on big guys and delivers the full blast. And then that blast has suppression. So that could be the way to do it. Like, it could work. It could work. You have to do a lot to make that work, but it could work. The alternative vision is you stick with the Crucius concept, which is a small amount of cleave, right? Because that's what it has right now, is like a tiny amount of cleave. And stops on elites, but it just demolishes anything it hits with minimal investment besides thrust or, stacks of buffs or whatever. Like, it needs to be more, or maybe it gets a suppression aura, right? So that's what I'm thinking. It's one of the two. Like, you have to do one of the two. Because right now it's not quite in a position where it's good enough. Some numbers buffs could do it, could drive it over the edge of being still pretty good. But we have to pull down other weapons in order to do that right now, because we're just in a bad position on killing elites and heavy elites with a weapon that has high investment versus a bunch of weapons that have light investment. It doesn't make sense. So that balance needs to happen anyway, so I'm not that worried about it. Like, that needs to happen, but we still probably need to buff the other weapons. Okay, let's go back to the Eviscerator. So some questions from some newcomers on why I'm malding about the Eviscerator. Let me show you, okay? We need to go back to the Mark 15. The Mark 3 apparently can do this on one of its attacks. So I'll show you. All right, so, no. Chaos Executor. All right, this is an Ogrin. He's going to attack me. I can stagger him with the Mark 3's heavy sweep. I cannot stagger him on headshot with the light rev. I can do it with the heavy rev. Okay, so, and I can do it on body shot, leg shot, whatever. Like, this is expected, but it's a little too weak. Like, we need to do something about this weapon. All right, so the Mark III needs a little love, and the reason it needs a little love is because we're comparing it to a chain axe, which can stun on light rev, right? But if we go to the Mark 15, okay, we're gonna go to the Mark 15. We're gonna pull up the Ogrin. Notice the complete lack of stagger. He's fine. This is headshot. This is arm. Hey, anybody know what just happened? Did I crit? I crit. My crit added enough stagger. See? So, this is the light, not enough, right? If we get the rev going, not on the special push, nothing. So this is just damnation health pools, right? Yeah. If you crit, you can get him to stagger, I guess, which is fine, I suppose. But this is just, I'm just going to compare to the other comparable weapon, right? The comp here, the obvious comp is the Assault Chain Axe, right? The obvious comp is the Assault Chain Axe. This is a light attack. This is a light on, like, a leg. Okay? Hey, Happy, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that a lot. So, there's no reason the two-handed big chainsword shouldn't, with hypothetically a power field, though it doesn't have one in the game, which drives me up a freaking wall. This is not a heavy eviscerator. This is like a short, stumpy, heavy chainsword. Drives me up a fucking wall. But, okay, so this should just not be the way this weapon works, right? So we need to buff that for sure. The damage on this weapon isn't bad. I think the cleave cap is a big part of its problem. So if we take... Sorry, my health bar still will not render on newly born targets, so we're gonna have to do this again. But we're gonna demonstrate again that there is a cleave cap. So I could cleave all these guys, but you notice this last guy, who should have a health bar, is not taking any damage. So we need to get rid of the cleave cap, or reduce or increase the cleave cap to like 6 dudes. Congrats, you're now also Malding over the Eviscerator. Perfect. See, I knew I could do it. I knew I could get you to Maul over the Eviscerator. It's not good enough. And we're comparing that, like, let's just compare that to, I don't know, like, how about the Relic Blade, right? Like, let's just, its closest comparable weapon is the Relic Blade, okay? So if we turn this on again, we get rid of these guys, get out of here. We get back to Chaos Executor. All right, we turn this on. I can stagger them very, very effectively, right? Yeah, exactly. The correct size for the Eviscerator is actually about the length of the Relic Blade. Now let me just switch. I hate this so much. Oh, look, it's a teeny tiny little sword. Oh, it's so small. Like, just compare the length here. It's like, it goes out to, we can use the book as a reference, right? So here's the book edge, right here. We have about this much extra blade. Switch to the Eviscerator, it's held the same way. We have about this much extra. It's so small. Yes, you are right about the Eviscerator. You can do that with the heavy attack as well. So you can the shred attacks on Eviscerators are decent for the cleave. They get stuck on once they run out of hit mass, which is fine. I don't care about that. That's fine. Honestly, it's girth rather than length. I mean, they say girth is better, but I don't know. I've got both, so I've never had to compare. Now, what I would say about this is, some people online, I've seen this comment. Can you stagger if you? Yeah, I think you actually can get stagger if you're using an impact or hammer of faith, but like you shouldn't have to take it, especially since the chain axe already does it. They should actually introduce the heaviest eviscerator. It's not about the size; it's how you use it. Yeah, well, you're going to use it inferior to the other weapon, so you could. So unlike the chain axe, you really can't on the chain axe turn it into relic blade. Like, what are you going to do? Just like I do not need consecutive revved attacks, right? But you could do relic blade type heat mechanics on. You could just ditch heat mechanics. Who the hell cares? Literally, on this, let me turn it on and let me just swing. There's no reason why it can't just always be in rev when I want it to be in rev. There's no reason why I can't just turn it on and leave it on and turn it off and take it off. Like, honestly, why not? Because I can choose if I want to cleave or stick to elites then, right? So in theory, you could do this like a relic blade, but not even have a heat mechanic. Maybe you have a fuel mechanic, but you don't really need it. You don't have to have that. You could just do that with the eviscerators. Could be fun. Could be fun. Just never turn it off, never expend it. Just every time you swing through, you know, every time you swing through some dudes, you get stuck on the last one, whatever. Could work. I think it's option. I think it's an option. I do have the damage numbers on this. If you give me a second, I'll pull them up. I'll pull up the results. I just gotta open the page. Here, hang on. Ogrin with Spear would be amazing. Imagine the reach. Imagine the reach, dude. Now, we need to go to, before I pull this open, because I don't want this to show up. I don't know why that's visible. Give me a sec. What's my data sheet? What's my sheet called? Docs, spreadsheet, 40, Reginald's 40K. There we go. I couldn't even remember the name of my own spreadsheet. I'm so stupid. Alright, let's see. We can make this bigger. It shouldn't be a problem. Alright, boys. That should bring it up above. It should. Oh, wait, we need to change. Maybe we need to change the properties here. Properties, MS Ed. Good. That's good. We're just gonna shove this, like, we're gonna shrink this page just a little, or we're gonna do this for you so you can see everything. Here you go. Here you go. There. That'll give you a good view. Okay. We're in a spreadsheet. We're in a spreadsheet. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here. We're gonna go to leaderboard. We're gonna do the, I don't know. How about the Mark 15, the Mark 3? I should have Mark 3 reasonably up to date as well. And we can also do a relic blade. We should have relic blades in here. So we'll do the Mark 10 relic blade. Okay. Now just look. So here's, this has to have been like, so what the hell is going on here? There's no way there's an 88-second horde clear time. Like 80, that's an 88 frame horde clear time. That's got to be a bug. Something's bugged. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Not one possible chance in hell that that happened. You cannot do that. It cannot be done. Something's bugged out. It just has to be bugged. All right, so we're going to ignore that, whatever that is. I don't know. I have to troubleshoot that, apparently. Here's the Mark 50. Yeah, this Mark 3? No way. Okay, so we're going to ignore that. This is a 21-second horde clear time with Rampage and Savage Sweep. The build, this should be my most modern time. If we go to my Mark 15 time, Mark 15, here we go, 21. 5 stacks of Martyrdom, light attack spam, Rampage and Savage Sweep on an Eviscerator, 21 seconds. Compare that, 13 seconds on the Relic Blade. That's not that good. I can get times like that. This is my Mark IV Chain Axe on a Psyker. Okay? This is the Mark 13G with probably FOTF spam, right? Like, I might be able to improve this number by doing like a crit build spam thing with FOTF, but like we're not. This is not impressive, right? And then, but when it starts to be decent is like, look at this Rager time. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good time into Ragers. I mean, we're in competition range as an elite killer, okay? And Crushers, we're competing with the Relic Blades with Crushers. So these are not bad damage dealers. They're just not very impressive. They're too weak on Horde Clear. They don't stagger properly, and they're just not doing enough. So we have to fix that to make these weapons good. That's our problem. Now what we can do is we can go and we can talk about the Power Maul, because I should have times on the Power Maul as well. So let's just go talk about it real quick, because that's what we wanted to do today, right? So here's the Power Maul. Wait, does that mean that means the Power Maul actually has better time than Horde Clear times than the fucking Eviscerator? Jesus. Half butt that staggers a bunch of enemies. That'd be fun, yeah. We could steal it wholesale from BT2. Shovel Spear for vet. Shovel Spear, good lord. So the Power Maul, not literal trash, by the way. I wouldn't worry about this heavy sword number. This is a very old number, but I mean, nor this power sword number, by the way. These don't matter. What we want to talk about is sort of like, these are all relatively new. At least I don't think that's old, but Power Maul did okay into Horde, I guess. It's fine. But then we start getting to Bruisers. I don't think I have Bruiser times actually on Power Maul, sorry. I tend to not do that one because it's a lot of time and it only exposes a few interesting weaknesses in most cases. Let's see, do I even have a Power Maul for Ragers? Why don't I have a Power Maul for Ragers? Do I not have a Power Maul for Ragers? Gentlemen, I think I have found something to go get. Let's go get a Power Maul for Ragers. Crushers, Power Maul, 30 seconds. That takes forever. That is an age. It's safe, but it's an age. So we need to improve that time, clearly. Let's go get Ragers and Bruisers, and we'll double-check our number on Horde. So, Power Maul. I'm just going to grab this real quick. We're going to see Power Maul. What I want to try to do today, by the way, is get some numbers. Like, I want to actually figure out some numbers. Like, I'm very curious to see if we can actually get some numbers on what we should do to fix the Power Maul. And if we can compare it to the Crusher, the Indignatus Crusher, and try to get some comps, just direct comps. So I got an 18-second Horde Clear time with Skull Crusher, Bromentum, and Heavy Hitter. which is probably going to be the best possible one. This was from patch 19, so it could probably use an update. So let's go get it. Let's go get it, boys. Power Malding, yeah, probably. Ignitus Shock Maul, that's not the right one. Crusher? Crucier? Hello? Indignatus Crucier. Crusher Mark 4E. Okay, here we go. This is a... I don't believe this time. I don't believe this time at all. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. That's the time. Let's go. Let's go get some new data. Gentlemen, we're getting data today, apparently. So, hang tight. Let's go kill some targets. If we remove Brutal Momentum, it's probably miles behind anything. I mean, Momentum is probably a huge reason that it doesn't suck entirely ass. Let's get a Rusher on a Martyrdom build. We'll solo, open solo. We'll do Magistrate, you'll do that, do Damnation, there we go. Yeah, the activation has a lot of CC on the Power Maul, but it's not a good weapon. Like, I hate doing this over and over again and getting slowed. Like, that's one of the things I hate. 1, 2. Boys, need box walkers. It's fine. Need to get wounded. Oopsie, have a great day. Good luck on your continued climb in Marvel Rivals, my man. Yeah, I don't like single-use activations very much. It's okay on the Thunderhammer and maybe the Chain Axe and Chainsword, but cool. We nailed that to a T. I'm not going to use FOTF for this, so I'll just use it to make sure I don't die. There you go. Paul's definitely isn't. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait for the attack speed buff to fall off for starters. We're gonna hit record. All right, here we go. Is it heavy? No, it's light first, then heavy, right? Okay. Here you go. One guy, 2 guys left. We're not gonna worry about those guys. What about the Ogrin Power Maul? We're doing that one next. We're gathering data to compare to the Crusher right now, because my data is a little out of date, so we need to make sure it's up to date. Okay, next up, we're gonna grab Berserkers. 1, 2, 3. Gotta always have some Berserkers in the mix. 1, 2, 3. Because the best comparison is this weapon, right? It should basically be the same as this weapon. This weapon's good on Zealot, so it should be good on Ogrin if it's the same, right? Okay, ready? Now I can use FOTF for this, by the way. And I can use my special attack, which I'm going to. I don't know if that was optimal or not. Anybody think of a more optimal way to do this? Did I use 2 charges? I could probably use more charges. We'll get this charged up. We'll try again. 1, 2, 3. What do you think would be better? Like, how's the best possible way I can do this? More charge attacks? Probably charge in with the charge overhead. Hit one of them, kill them. Yeah, that seemed pretty good. We'll try to split the difference on that. I think those are both good. All right, we'll do crushers next and see how we feel about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. Ready? Hate that so much. I have to redo this test. That's fine. The weird thing is I'm hitting them with the powered attack and they're not even staggering. Maybe light stagger does better. Hang on. Hit me. Just make this quick. Come on, I don't have all day. Do the side swipe. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
If it is truly the master's will that we travel this
Our Maul
far
just
path,
feels like a Whiffle bat
far
swing.
be
It
for
just
me
really
to
does.
argue.
It's so slow and weak. Okay, we'll try to do this better this time. 2, 3, 4. I mean, this is just me not remembering how to use the weapon properly. All right, ready? That was... What am I doing wrong here? Feels terrible, and I can't tell what I'm doing incorrectly. I don't want to die here. Come on. Oh, that did too much damage. Darn it. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have good crit synergy. That's why you're not going to find it satisfying with Blazing. It's really good with Martyrdom. It's okay with Inexorable. Chain heavy one into light. Well, that's what I was trying to do. I noticed that the heavy 2 staggers, so maybe I keep doing that. It's convenient. Can you step on me again? Holy shit, my entire health pool. Is his recharge of FOTF from an ability stone? Yeah, so what I've been doing, I got this build idea from a friend, and I actually rather like it. Yeah, you can't see the 3 attacking crushes behind it. I'm kind of used to fighting this space, but it's tough out here. So I picked Invocation of Death instead of thy Wrath Be Swift in this build, and I actually think that if you are good, if you're really good at the game, you can avoid having this kill you most of the time. So, okay, we're gonna try again. I'm clearly doing something wrong. I can feel it because I think I'm just not giving enough space, right? I missed the push attack. That doesn't stagger, which is crazy to me. I didn't dodge! Come on! I hate this space. Ugh! This really shouldn't be so bad. I'm just having a bad run. Joseph, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Doesn't stop as powerfully as Goth Mommy. Alright. I need somebody to bonk me down again. Oh. Floor Crusher, what is your wisdom? I'm assuming this is the optimal swing pattern, but man, stagger on hipless. No, so I actually do normally run. Oh no, curses. Stop! You would like some help to understand how to level up weapons. Okay, so it's really, really simple. You go to mastery screen. You add mastery. The way you actually get levels is you just use the weapon and beat missions. Use special less. Okay, we'll use special less and see how it works. So you just... the way you use the weapon is you just play the weapon and then it levels up. So you don't have to do anything special. That's the big deal. There we go. All right, let's fix my gaming here. The space, I've done this so many times with like chain weapons. I'm just fucking it up today, apparently. All right, so here we go. God. I thought I dodged that. This is so annoying. Just reset it again. Christ almighty. Blah.
If it is truly the master's will that we travel
This is how I suffer to make my sheets, by the way. This is genuinely how it works. That seems crazy to me that the powered attack is not staggering its crusher. What is going on? Stat distribution on a weapon is crucial. So I'll show you this weapon. This is a good weapon. You want to check this stat, 80, 80, 80, 80, 60. It can only go as high as 80. But you start out at lower ranks with worse weapons, but they can all eventually be upgraded. So what you want to do is you want to look for weapons with different dump stats. And I'm getting skill issued by D tier enemies. It's true. It's tough. It's tough out here. Fucking terrible. I will show. Watch this. Hang on. Just out of irritation. Give me just a second. I will demonstrate that I know what I'm doing. I'm just fucking up with this weapon today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too much Marvel Rivals has loosened my brain. It's fucking over. I'm washed.
barely a fitting environ for the master's faithful servant.
Wait till it doesn't have to get pumped through here. Hopefully you'll be gone by then.
Watched, gentlemen. It's over. I will never be able to play Darktide again. What the fuck am I doing? We're gonna get on our redemption arc here, apparently. Hang on. Alright, there we go. Redemption arc, see? I can fucking play the video game, I swear. There we go. I don't know why these aren't staggering. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're gonna go in for it again. We're gonna win this time. All right, see, we unwashed. Jesus. So I think less special attacks worked. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. Okay. Wait, that's 3. Nope, that's 4. See the last guy in there. All right. Oh, I just spawned an extra one. Fine.
My day! Master, see my deeds!
This overhead's coming at me. Did I kill 4 or 5 of them? I think I might have. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have the Stagger blessing on this because I'm using Slaughter. So that's a note for you. If you want to be better at Crushers, use this Stagger blessing.
Repent, heretics! I shall purge thee!
The other heavy attack has the Stagger, apparently. Interesting. I wonder what's faster. The special heavy strike down Stagger? It doesn't. Look at this. Well, it does if he's not in overhead. Oh, it doesn't stagger him out of overheads. That seems like an oversight. Yeah, that seems like a huge oversight. That's very strange. Yeah, hammer blow is underrated. I have a hammer blow version of this weapon I use a lot, but the Slaughterer one really helps with board clear times, so... Oh, I got kicked! That was a Thyrathby Swift moment, by the way. That's the exact kind of thing that Thyrathby Swift prevents. Game the Crusher. Still feels like it doesn't have enough damage. Like, or not damage, but like... I feel like that should stagger. Alright, gentlemen, we've unwashed. We're now playing the game properly. I can handle Crushers again. Apparently I just fucking forgot. I literally played too much Mr. Fantastic. Don't know how to dodge. There you go. Hey! I stopped sucking. That helps. Alright, let's end that recording, now that I fucking stopped sucking at the fucking video game. I got my skills back, boys. Yeah, I'm happy to help, mobs. I hope you enjoy the game. It's really fun. There's a huge skill ceiling in this game. Like, you can just go forever and ever, and that's why everybody's still playing it. That at least the people that do play it still play it, because there's so much upward room to get good at the game. Like, it's so fun. Alright. I feel that it was under... I was not entirely impressed with the output there. I feel like it should have... Even the Crusher itself, which is a good weapon, by the way. Like, it's good, like, it'll scoreboard top you any day you take it, but I don't know. So, strictly speaking, lore-wise, the Shock Maul is a electrical weapon, and the Power Maul is a power weapon, and they have different functions. Shock Mauls are more like tasers. Power Mauls are armor exploders. However, the Shock Maul does, like, no damage, comparatively, while doing decent stagger, and the Power Maul does both damage and stagger. Okay. We're gonna go get those other values that I promised. I love the Greatsword. It's awesome. The Force Greatsword is so good. Oh yes, Ogrin Martyrdom. Right. Thank you. I should have a build for that. There we go. Yeah, it's ready to go. First things first, let's do port. Do it. This feels so slow. Oh my god. Doesn't feel too bad. I don't feel threatened at all. I feel like I'm not hitting heads as much as I should be. That really didn't feel bad. I have to tell you. That did not feel bad. I want to do it again, though, because I feel like I didn't hit heads. I don't know if anybody noticed whether or not I was hitting heads, but it didn't feel like it, so... No, Crusher is good in Havoc 40. I've taken it to Havoc 40. It's very good. It's safe. It's a little slow to kill, but not bad. It's good into hordes, medium enemies. It's insane into ragers. That's the big thing. And you get a lot of ragers in Havocs. So you have to really consider that. Ogrin hit trading again. Ogrin doesn't care about the trades. Get out of here. Yeah, Bromentum is just... Yeah, you have to have Bromentum. It's got Skull Crusher and Bromentum on it. You just have to have it, otherwise you can't do Horde Clear. It's just trash. Which is why it kind of falls off in Havoc, by the way. You start hitting heads and don't kill them on the first hit, and then you don't do enough damage to actually like do anything. So if you got rid of Bromentum, and there's no Slaughterer option, if you go into the Masteries, I don't believe there's a Slaughterer option, right? So yeah, there isn't. There's not like a head taker or a Slaughterer. So you get Bromentum, but if you go into Havoc, actually, that would be a good test. We can check the Havoc fall off and see if this thing just sucks in Havoc specifically. Like, maybe it's fine in this difficulty mode. Let's go do some Berserkers real quick. 1, 2, 3. I bet this is going to destroy, by the way. Like, I'm going to use my ability because I use it for FOTF, but 1, 2, 3. Missed. I actually couldn't hit him. Alright, we're going to come back to that one. We're going to do it again. Ogrin always destroys Ragers. That's one of the best parts about playing an Ogrin is Ragers don't really bother you. You can just shove them. You can just punch them. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're not a real threat to you. Okay. We're going to go in one powered attack. Charge. And then just swing heavies. I'm just bullying him. Part of the problem with knocking them all over like this is I can't hit them in the head. So we're gonna do one without hitting them without knocking them over. We're gonna charge just to get. Okay, Rubber Band Man, get out of here. Don't activate until I walk forwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to charge to get the attack speed boost. Out of here. Just because I clicked the wrong button. Wasted my time. 1, 2, 3. Renegade Berserker. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're gonna run to this door. Get the power, the attack speed attack. Not sure why my shove didn't knock him over, but I mean, it's okay. Like, it's really okay. I gotta go look at, like, the table comparisons or something. Like, it's, yeah, the blessing that rips armors off is terrible. It's actually a tragedy how bad it is. Chaos Executor. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. I could see so much easier from up here, so it's easier to avoid these overlapping overheads, unironically. Interesting. Yeah, the block during power up during block is a genius concept. We're gonna try the same thing here. We're just gonna charge in. Well, that's not quite what I intended, but I'll take it. Doesn't matter. I have trouble hitting heads consistently. So one of the big things is the special attack, the slap on Power Maul. They did, I think. The rending you get from Ogrin is not to be trifled with. It's actually pretty decent. Okay, so we got some number values. I think that was the question. Let's go put them to the test. Let's go take a look, shall we? Try activated light loop. Okay, we can do that. I'll add that one in. I bet it'll take forever, but we can try it. 1, 2. Dang it. Come here. Blech. Here, man with no face. Here's the Power Maul spam. L1 special attacks. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's the optimal, that's the optimal. I don't stagger them. I didn't stagger them. That's interesting. We'll try again. The heavy attacks give me some stagger, so that's kind of a big advantage.
At least the heretics won't see you coming.
I like how I had to relearn to fight crushers because I've not done this in so long. Alright, here we go. Staggered. His head. This thing's so many heads. Boy, that felt a lot worse. That felt a lot worse. Just for the record. Yeah, that didn't feel very good. And we're not even accounting for the fact that I took damage there when I didn't in other examples. Real quick, just to... Oh, no, I can't. I can't real quick. We're going to real quick this anyway. I'll show you what it feels like to fight them with a Eviscerator. Because it's not bad. Yeah, no bleed on lights is a big nerf to all Ogrin weapons, especially when you start stacking up rending. Well, it has momentum.
The master's.
Let's get an Eviscerator. We'll do the Mark III. I'll demonstrate. I mean, I can do it with the Mark II, I suppose. It's harder since it doesn't stagger. So we'll do the Mark III. Yeah, momentum does very little against Crusher. That's true. Momentum isn't on heavy attack. Oh, you mean I didn't activate heavy hitter because it's not heavy attacks? That's a good point. I'd have to get heavy hitter stacked up first. Yeah, of course I can show the the Thunderhammer, of course. Now that I've stopped sucking at the game for a second, I'm happy to do it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go in there. Actually, that was wrong, by the way. That's not how you want to use that. Hitting heads with this thing is actually kind of challenging. Because it has a habit of hitting their body.
See my deeds.
See, that was supposed to be a headshot. Alright, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do a better job. We can do a better job. I swear I hit the dodge button, just nothing happened. The fuck was that? I hit right dodge and just didn't do anything. Hang on. Hang on, boys.
It is barely a fitting environ for the Master's faithful servants.
Oh, fuck you.
Pump through here. Hopefully you'll be gone by then.
That not being a headshot. Like, genuine question. So weird. I really did hit the dodge button, just nothing happened. I had D and 3, 4. All right, maybe I had like I didn't press D hard enough. It's possible. All right, we're gonna go do this again, but not suck. This compels you. There we go. That's optimal. So if you do it just right, that's optimal, right? So let's go do a Thunderhammer. I'll show you Thunderhammer. It's no problem. This is Crucius. So the trick with Thunderhammer... Oh, I rebound jump to the 6 key on my mouse. I have a 12 mouse button keyboard key mouse key, and space is just dodge. So if I'm smacking space right now, nothing's happening. Okay, let's go do. We're gonna do Ogrin right quick. So the trick with this, like the ideal optimal, is to for this specific scenario is to rush in with FOTF. I'm gonna wait for FOTF to come back, by the way. For the first hit while charging thrust. So you hit power. You start charging thrust, and then you FOTF in near the end of it so that you get maximum hit. And we're live. All right, cool. So, like this. I don't have dodge backwards with no button press. I do not. Yeah. So there you go. That's how you Thunderhammer 4 Crushers. You can do it without FOTF at all. Like... So that's probably the same. It might even be faster, honestly. FOTF gives you safety, though, because it counts as dodging. So... why don't I? I don't know. I think I didn't like that I would occasionally hit spacebar and it would just, like, dodge me back. So, yeah. Thunderhammer feels great. The problem with it is just it's not a dueling sword. I think it hits the breakpoints. It also doesn't feel good into Ragers. Let me show you. So we'll go into Ragers. This is going to be an absolutely optimal attempt. We're gonna optimize. We're optimizationing. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here.
We have slain the Rager.
Renegade Zerker back on the table. There we go. Is the Eviscerator actually weaker? I've had good times running the head Eviscerators personally, especially. Well, I just gathered data, Bless, so we're going to go parse that data and find out how much weaker they are compared to anything else. Since I'm here, I suppose I could get Horde Clear Damn at times on Hammer, but I should have those already, so... The Eviscerator is weaker than the Relic Blades. It's not horrible or anything. The main issue with the main issue with the Eviscerator is a lack of stagger, I think, and it's just outclassed a little bit. I think it doesn't need a lot, but it should be one of the Zealot's best weapons. Right? It just should be. So, okay, let's do this. See, I procced until because I have to use these kinds of attacks. He's stuck, so that doesn't even count. Doesn't even die from that hit. Slap me twice.
Is slain.
What First two I like on the Crusher. My default is to run a Martyrdom with Skull Crusher and Slaughterer, but I think Hammer Blow is a good alternative to Slaughterer to maximize your ability to deal with big targets, which I had a lot of trouble with earlier in the stream. I just got fucking up, so there's definitely value and safety there. You better not notice me. So the way you have to kind of fight... Epic call. How's it remotely compared to the DS4? The only remotely... I mean... well, it doesn't remotely compare, unfortunately, which is the problem. Although it is not the only viable weapon, as you well know, Cole, in Havoc 40. Oh, dang it. Well, we're just gonna kill these guys, too. Bonk. Oh, perks? I run Unyielding and Maniacs on my Crusher. You could probably also do Carapace, although I don't think that's ever worth it because there's so few Carapace in most game modes. Another option is to run, like, Flak. I don't think you need that, though. It's got good Flak basics. Could do Unarmored. It's kind of okay into Unarmored, so maybe that'd be a thing to look at. But I just use Unyielding because I like it to do a little extra boss damage. Okay, so the way you should probably fight Berserkers is like this. Maybe not. Man, how do we fight Berserkers with the Thammer? What do we think? Seems like keeping them at kind of an arm's distance and hitting them with the overhead one at a time is better. Compared to the last time I did that, like, that seemed a lot easier. I was thinking you just stagger them, but that didn't work very well, huh? 1, 2, 3. Showstopper? Imagine if Elites actually exploded on it. That'd be hilarious. I wonder if Thunderhammer now is better with the powered attacks. Like, genuine question. Oh, I hit my FOTF and it didn't go. Probably because I hit him, got the self-stun. Yeah, I bet that's what it was. I bet I self-stunned myself out of my own FOTF. Come here.
If it is truly the master's will to travel path,
Really sweet!
I'll be it
But
from
not
me to
for
us.
you!
I hope you're gone before you
So I could try to spam lights. That took 2 to hit stagger him out of it.
When set against
Enemy health bars is a mod called hit bars, Fazuli. Or health bars, I'm sorry, it's called health bars. It's this mod. Mine is bugged and will not display anything, and I don't know what to do about it. But if you're not on PC, you won't be able to get enemy health bars. I need, apparently, to have enough head taker to make that work.
Rager.
So that's interesting. I should be able to do this without tapping into Until Death, but if not, then we're done. Cooked. Cooked forever, boys. This is the exact problem I was talking. Get out of here.
Thy wrath achieve litter, heretic.
You. Just want to do this one more time. I'm trying to work out the best way to do this, because this is exactly what I was talking about with the Thunderhammer, which is that, like, it's not good into this kind of elite, which it really, like, should be. So, like, does it need AoE? Like, what does it need to be good? Because, like, I'm struggling here. Like, I'm a little washed up, apparently, today, but, like, this is not that hard, and I'm not that bad at the game, right? Like, apparently I couldn't figure out how to kill Crushers for about 5 minutes. When I figured it out, we started killing Crushers again. Same thing here. So, like, what do we need to do to make this a good thing? Did they buff the hammers? I'm doing testing right now. No buffs to the hammers, no you. I want to see what else we can do to fix the hammer, right? That's my problem with it. I think it needs an AoE suppression effect. Maybe. Like, that might do it. Alright, we're going in. We'll see if I can do this without dying. No promises. It's actually Mr. Noodle Arms here that I'm worried about. So light overheads are okay once you build Head Taker. I seem to be able to get easy kills, and I lose less safety on them. Put the DS on the Thunder. Yeah, there you go. This is like Riposte Uncanny or something, so this is not even the correct build, but let's just like compare this on Crushers. Just so we can see what we're talking about, because like we're looking at how hard it is for me to kill Crushers with that weapon, how much investment cost I have. And then it's like the take on the Heavy Eviscerator, simply put, it's inferior to every other weapon that it should be superior to. Like, we'll switch this to the Mark 15. I can show you especially how bad it is. Again, it's not bad damage-wise. It's the Stagger and the Cleave cap against Horde. I think that's its main issues. So, like, if we go in on this... It's doing Thunderhammer damage, boys. Like, I'm using FOTF, but, like, that ain't bad at all. Right? But here's the thing. He's not staggered. Also, there's some weird nonsense going on. But, yeah, like, it's... If we compare that to, like, how much investment, how much time, how much safety difficulty I'm having to the Ye Olden Dueling Sword. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just... missed headshot. Feels terrible. And this is, again, I'm running this sub-optimally. This isn't even that good. No, you want to take... Thrust. Here, let me show you my Thunderhammer. This is what you need to run your Thunder. There's only one way to build a Thunderhammer. If you build it other ways, you're wrong. Sorry. I'm just saying that to the whole chat. It's not specifically you. Just, this is the correct way to build the Thunderhammer. It's not that there's lots of ways to build some other weapons that have, like, ups and downs. The reason there's a singular correct way to build a Thunderhammer is because you bring the Thunderhammer to do a certain job. And if you don't do that job, then I don't care about bringing the Thunderhammer, right? The job is killing Crushers and monstrosities and unyielding targets and elite targets in a single hit or as few hits as possible. Any other reason to bring the Thunderhammer doesn't matter. So what you want is you want Thrust and Head Taker. You want unyielding damage and Carapace damage, because those are the things you need to kill, otherwise just leave the Thunderhammer at home. The reason you want Head Taker instead of other options that might provide more safety is because it does pretty decent stagger already. But what you need is, but strength gives stagger. So 5% strength, stacking 5 times gives you up to, is that 25%? Or is it 20? No, yeah, 25%. 25% additional stagger, additional damage, additional cleave. It makes the weapon good for other use cases, but it also, because it's on hit, making it more powerful into monstrosities as you follow up additional hits. So it's just the way to... This is the correct way to run it. There is no way that solves the problem that Thunderhammer solves other than this way. There you go. Okay, we got some numbers to crunch here, so this is going to be the boring part of the equation. But we're going to go find out how bad the Power Maul is compared to the human Power Maul. Doesn't Slaughterer count as a universal blessing compared to Head Taker? So Slaughterer is on Thunderhammer, I believe. We can go look. Let's go look. Options... No, what am I doing? Inventory. Masteries. Here we go. Slaughterer is there. I'm going to show you... I can show you why Head Taker is better. It's really, really simple. Do I have one with Slaughterer? I probably don't. Let me go. Let's go. Just, I'll show you. Demonstrate. We'll demonstrate. We're going to go to the armory. No. We're going to go to the crafting menu. We're going to entreat Hadron. We're going to tell her to make my Thunderhammer worse. Head Taker, Slaughterer. Okay. No, it really doesn't, rando dude. Sorry. The game is really silly. Well, maybe it does, but yeah. I don't think there's an easy place to learn some of this stuff, which is kind of why there's so much sort of community engagement from a lot of different people. Like, I'm not the only channel in Darktide, right? There's lots of other channels in Darktide. And there's the reason for that is we've all had to figure out a lot of stuff because it's not explained. Actually, you know what? I'm going back to Magistrati. Yeah, strength helps for all types of damage, correct. It does. No, they're the... Well, I don't know, actually. As far as I know, they're both the exact same strength. Like, if you're talking about Head Taker only applying to melee attacks, and, like, you can have Slaughter and it applies to range damage, that's not a thing anymore. They got rid of that some ages ago. So here's the problem with Slaughter, okay? There is no Slaughterer stacks. If I spawn 3 of these guys, right? I don't have the right thing, so I'm not doing it, but look how long. The fall off time is really long. So it's hard to keep Slaughterer up into large groups of enemies. And you get no value at all. You get no value at all when fighting. Hold on. This is the number one reason. This is the number one reason. I'm sorry, I got my wires crossed. Will I save Ogrin? Well, I'm trying, but you have to remember I'm just one guy. So I'll do my best. I'm gonna do my best to save Ogrin. I've been applying a ton of time and energy to it. You guys have seen it, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, so here you go. This is a boss. You bring Thunderhammers to do this to bosses. Do you see any Slaughterer stacks? You do not. However, if I were to bring Head Taker, I can actually... Oh, oopsies. Bring Head Taker instead. And I know I'm being pedantic, I believe is the word. I'm being lengthy in my explanation. And I don't need to be, because it's pretty clear. I could have just said it with words. But, like, let's just spawn it. Alright. Whack. My weapon didn't update. Hold on. My weapon didn't update. Out of memory! Woo! Fat Shark. I love you, Fat Shark. But come on. Can we fix the out of memory issue on this already? Like, all I did was interact with your inventory and my game exploded. This looks cool, by the way. I've seen some of this art. The Ogrin art is amazing in this, and I really wish they had given us more bulwarks with more types of weapons. Like, there it is. There, I got your pedantic cancer pills right there. All right, we go back to the shooting range. We hope my weapon actually took the buff. Otherwise, I have to go back out, buff it, come back in. Good lord. Please have Head Taker. There it is. Okay, so, boss monster. You can do this. So I'm stacking Head Taker, and I'm keeping it up, which improves the overall time to kill on this boss. Right? So that's the big thing. That's the reason why... This is the number one reason why you want Head Taker instead. And if I should just do... Why can't Lucky Bullet just be good? I don't know. I didn't design Lucky Bullet. Asking the wrong guy. That does, like, no damage. Maybe less afraid of that. Then again, this is damnation. Come on. That's fine. Alright, here we go. So I've got Martyrdom now, so we can see how much damage I can actually do, right? So, and we're just going to do this from neutral, because this is what I would do from neutral, right? I would just charge in, I see it for the first time, I smack it. Big hit. Second big hit. Third big hit. He's basically dead. Okay. That's the head taker advantage. If you have Slaughterer, you get no advantage there, and he dies slower. Yeah, so Baron, so the exact question you're asking is exactly right. So I could have just done this, but I'm getting the advantage for every hit. That's extra damage, right? That's 4-hit kill. That's a 4-hit kill. If I take Slaughterer instead of Head Taker, I'm pretty sure that becomes a 5-hit kill. And that's a big difference when your hit takes this long to deliver, right? And so that's why Head Taker is goated. Head Taker also just works into hordes. You have to remember that too. Like, it's not like Head Taker stops working into hordes. And it starts working on first hit, so you start being able to cleave more targets sooner, right? How would I build Zealot? Well, okay, so let's be technical here. If you want to build the most powerful possible build on Zealot, like, it's basically something like, I don't know, where's my freaking here? It's basically something like this, okay? It's this down here on this side, and then you just grab all this stuff, and you get Fury and Righteous Warrior and crit. And then what you do is you take a dueling sword, right? You take the dueling sword, and you just crit headshot everything super hard, and it all dies, okay? That's the Zealot build, right? Now, I have a build that looks like this for Thunderhammer work, specifically, okay? Weird build, but this right here gives me a 3rd charge per boss fight, in most cases. On Havoc, I get 3 charges instead of 1 charge, instead of 2 charges. So this literally is that strong. So I'm taking Invocation, because all I'm doing is I get cooldown every time I crit, and then I maximize for that crit, right? Now, this build is a really hard build to run because you don't have thy Wrath be Swift, okay? It sucks when you get hit and you lose your powered attack. So an alternative build is just the exact same. No, not that one. Sorry, give me 1 second. I've got a bunch of these stacked up. Okay, so this is the exact same build, except for don't take Disdain. What the fuck? Take like Enduring Faith or something. Okay, so just take this build. And it's a nice, comfy, safe build, right? You're safe with this build, okay? This build is super safe comparatively, and this is what I run with like my chain axe or whatever. But I've taken to running this because I don't need the safety as much anymore, okay? We're talking Thunderhammer because people want to talk about Thunderhammer. Like I already finished all my data gathering on other stuff, so.
Locked together. Trapped in a war that will never end.
Greatswords are really fun. They're strong. This build is what I would run for Greatsword as well. Like, until death more value than Ambuscade. Everything has more value than Ambuscade. Ambuscade is so shit. You goofball. The only thing, by the way, I need to, since we're here, since we're still we're still talking about Hammer for some fucking reason. I think I have a stealth build somewhere that can do some really stupid things into bosses. So let me just show you this, because I don't think there's a lack of knowledge about this particular goofball nonsense. So let me get rid of this because I don't care. I'll copy this build. I don't think that will shorten anything. It's fine. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Like, all this shit doesn't matter. Like, all that matters is Perfectionist and running down into the Martyrdom tree. Wait, this doesn't have my wound curios, does it? No, hang on. I copied the wrong one somehow. This is what I wanted. There we go. Hang on. We're gonna demonstrate some goofballery. Shit's funny. I'm not saying you should run this build, by the way. I'm just letting you know that it exists. These are the things that you learn. You typically want to take a Duelist and Until Death, play Revenant, that kind of thing for this build. Okay, so Thunderhammer. Beyond 1 HP, which is where I want to be. Beast of Miracle. So are we mulling over the burst rifles? Those are so low on my list of priorities. I don't know. Let's get Ogrin buffed first, and then we can talk about all the other shit garbage. I wonder how this does. I haven't done it in a while, so let's just see how this does on friend the Plague Ogrin. I don't think I can get backshot, but I can try. It's hard to. Nah, I missed. Gotta like... Almost! Almost, boys! And then I hit him in the body for like no damage. 2 shots. So I'm not saying this is good. I'm not saying you should do this. But you have to know what options exist, or you're just not having fun. I don't think you can get. I don't think you can get a chaos spawn from behind. We can put that to the test pretty easily, though. Oh, chaos spawn. Okay, so the question is, can I hit a headshot through his body? Because that's actually the case with some enemies. It's like you can hit muties like through their... Yeah, you can. If I aim right there. All right. Hang on. That's gross, dude. Does this game have any connections to the Warhammer universe? I mean, do you mean like the game itself have like a formal position in the lore? No. But technically speaking, the way 40k lore works, and it is a 40k game, so technically speaking, the way 40k lore works is everything counts as in lore, kind of. But yeah, this is a Warhammer 40k game, so. Yeah, absolutely. If your character is short, it is harder to get headshots. I have a like 85% bar height. So for me, headshots are very easy. But if you're like down here, see, that first one was a miss, right? So if you're the shorter you are, the harder it is to get headshots, like genuinely. It also matters a lot for swinging cleaving blows, because like if you're down here and you're swinging for heads, it can be hard. You got to think your shot. Look at my cursor. The guy behind this isn't going to get hit, but if I'm up here, the guy behind this can get hit. Although this rep is not long enough for it, but you see what I mean. So that's how that works. It really is sourced from the origin point of the model. So Zealot always goes to knife path, and there's one reason why. This is why. This is why. Second win. Replenish 15% toughness on successful dodge is insanely strong. You're always dodging. You can get it while sprinting. You can get it like just there's so many good reasons why this rocks, and all these other talents aren't as good. There are good talents on this side of the tree, by the way. Like Restoring Faith is not bad. People underestimate how useful it is. Bleed for the Emperor is actually pretty insane, especially when running Martyrdom. Vicious Offering is good. A lot of weapons get a lot of kills on heavies, and it can be really good at junching your bar up. But this is just better. And then if you're good at throwing knives, it's good. Carapace on Thunderhammer. This is the Thunderhammer. There you go, buddy. What is the purpose of the game? It's a horde shooter. You kill enemies in melee combat and shooting combat. And generally speaking, it got a super high skill ceiling, and so there's the possibility to spend a good couple thousand hours in the game and still feel like you can get better at the game. Okay, we were going to go parse some data, I believe. I believe we're going to parse some data, right? So give me just a shake here. I will get my... OBS running. Is this better than your Martyrdom? No, this is the Thunderhammer build I would take. Well, yeah, it is. So I've got a Thunderhammer build I haven't updated. I probably need to. I've just been super busy doing different things. Like I'm trying to figure out how to be good at a second video game, a fourth video game. I'm already good at Space Marine. I'm already good at this game, and I'm already good at Helldivers because I can solo difficulty 10 in Helldivers, right? So I'm good at those games, but I'm trying to get good enough to be really something in Marvel Rivals, but it's a different genre, so that's a whole challenge. But I'm a Grandmaster, so like I'm good. Anyway, so this is the build I would run for for Thunderhammer now. If you don't like running this section, you can take this section right here instead. And that's how I would convert that. And that's the only change I would make. It's really that simple. This is a Thunderhammer build. I run a Flamer because it's incredible in Havocs, but if you don't want to run a Flamer, you can pretty much run whatever in Auric and you'll be fine. Like Bolt Pistol's good, Las Pistol's good, Double Barrel Shotgun is good, do whatever. Updating old videos, probably when I get done making a swath of more of Marvel Rivals videos, then I'll come back and do some updates. Just think, 2 weeks away from getting good at Monster Hunter instead. You know, maybe I could play Monster Hunter. I know people like Monster Hunter. I haven't personally played it any, so... You know what's weird? These two attacks are actually weaker than this one. I don't know why I did 21 damage there. I must have cleaved something. That does more damage on... Okay, we're gonna go hit the Da Vinci Resolve real quick. Just open this up. So let's pull that open. I might need to readjust this for you, gentlemen, because it looks like, you know, you can see the world. Is there a way for me to crop this? I forget how I did this last time. Like I kind of like cropped it last time. Oh, I think what I did actually was legitimately just move the view screen to like a smaller window. Like that is what I did. You guys see that okay? I think that works. Hopefully that works. Let's go get our data and let's talk shop, okay? We're gonna go find out how good or bad this actually is. That's the question we were asking today. Aside from me just like whiffing it against like crushers like 52 times. Pretty shit show moment. 211, this is the right ones. Cool. I do 2 wound curios and a stamina curio on Oryx, and I do 2 wound curios and a toughness curio on Havocs. Doesn't really matter which order I do this in, I guess. Linked chat text. It's my first hit. Yeah, see, first hit was not a headshot. I thought I was having headshot issues. I was right. What do you think? Yeah, that counts. Right there. 20 seconds. Not a bad time. Infected Waffle is correct that it's a design flaw in the game that power weapons designed to break armor are getting outperformed by a weapon that shouldn't to do that. Power Maul Mark 1. Okay, so we did a 20-second 59 frame. That's 21 seconds. Forward clear time. I'm pretty sure this is just like the exact same stuff. This is an old one. Yeah, this is very old data. So it's good we came by to collect new data, for sure. This is exactly how I would run it. I think I don't run Carapace on Healing. I think I run Maniac. Don't worry about it. Just heavy 1 into heavy 2. I didn't use special attack a single time. This is in patch 21, I think, still. I don't know if there's a new patch, and I didn't check. Easy. Yep. Cool. And if we go over here, we can call this melee. Say that this is, in fact, what this section does. I have to ask Little Mon. Is it worth getting sustained assault instead of cooldown on crit? Yeah, so I understand the logic there, and I'm going to explain. So for Hammer, what you want it, the reason why I'm doing the crit cooldown is because every time you use FOTF, it crits. And so if you use FOTF twice in a fight, which you should against bosses and in most Ogrin cases, you're actually getting a third one for free. That's why I did it. You actually just get a third one for free every time you do FOTF twice. By the time you're ready, by the time you get done using FOTF, using the full attack speed bonus from FOTF, hitting it again, using the full attack speed bonus, you have a third one. And that's insanely strong. It's too strong, actually. Probably needs to be nerfed, but I digress. Okay, so we got 2 examples here we can leverage. So we're going to get the other one. I also don't get a headshot kill on this first hit swing. Oh, no, I do. There it is. You can see it right there. Okay, cool. Thanks, Infected Waffle. Have a good day. We're going to finish some Malding today. Leave him out of it. He's just like one asshole. Would have died if he hadn't gotten knocked over. That's a 17-second time. Should I keep him then? I mean, that's a whole extra, what? I mean, it's an extra second. We'll keep it. Generally speaking, I would exclude something like that, but it was within chain time, so we'll run it. So that's 18, 13. I think I get it better on headshots that time for sure. That's pretty clear. All right, let's go to Maniacs next, I believe, is what we do. Hit. One. There he goes. He dies to bleed, actually. Funny story. 9 seconds. So JR Orphan, I have been collecting a manual data set of experimental information that I then use to feed to make balance and build recommendations. And so the spreadsheet is my time to kill into a certain set of enemies, and it's a repeatable experimental set of data. The alternative method is to do numbers-based calculations on breakpoints and times to kill that way. But I set up experimental data because it gives you contextual information you can't get otherwise. It's a reasonable approximation of real game performance. Did special to lead off, but only special once. That's not my method. We did this a couple times. That's a 9 second. Oh, dang it. Didn't cut this. I just placed it. That's fine. Not Your game doesn't look like math homework. Is it a game? I don't know. Maybe. It's more fun this way. You learn a lot more stuff, then you can get better. Did I kill him there? Did I kill them all? Nope, there's still one guy. Right, this is the goofball one where I hit him with a button. That has to get discarded because that's just like not a real test. I have to wait. Screw that up. All right, well, this is the test where I charge in at the wrong time. No, it's fine. You're welcome to ask questions. Okay, so I'm using it for 4 different purposes, or is it 3? I don't know. We'll count them off as I talk. So number 1 is I designed this test originally to make balance recommendations for weapons. I then put those balance recommendations into videos and published them, and that helped me build a following and whatever. But most importantly, eventually, I became a playtester for Fat Shark. So I am part of the. I am one person involved in helping to balance the game. So I use this information to help balance the game to make the game more fun for more people, including myself. 2, I also figure out how to get better at the game this way because there's a set of enemies that are difficult, and so it tells me which weapons can solve which problems. And also it tells me, although this is more contextual information that doesn't show up in the spreadsheet, it tells me how to best use each weapon into each set of enemies. So these are common enemy encounters, and they can be fought in different ways. And so that's option number 2. Number 3 is it tells me how best to build the weapons. So I will experiment with different constructions on weapons. Different weapons can have different like modifications to them that give them different abilities, powers. Mostly it's minor stuff like stats adjustments, but some blessings, as they're called, are more powerful than others, and so certain things on certain weapons will perform way better, and that will show up in my data, and then I can go, okay, this is the best way to build that weapon. So I guess that's the 3 reasons that I do that. Have we improved the power maul? No, we're working on that right now, bud. I mean, the shovel still is kind of a disappointment just because it's the shovel, but, we'll find out. All right, so this is that other test I did. There we go. Whack. This was me attempting to... Yeah, okay. Charge is so strong. Charge is just so strong. 11 seconds. So I got a second one here that's a little different, but it's 11 seconds, and that difference is entirely on charge not into enemies. Oh, I'm very passionate about the game. Yeah, I am. It's a really fun game, and I've been doing it for a long time, 2 years. It's kind of just what I do after work, and I think it's really entertaining. Worst performing weapons? I think the Power Maul is his worst performing weapon, and I guess we're going to find out if I'm wrong. I'm also the 69th best Ogrin player in the video. I think my Ogrin is now level 82. That makes me the 82nd. Is that how it works? We're gonna go inverted against. We're gonna my skill level is based on my level of an Ogrin. $25 seconds. The level 1 Ogrin comes to destroy. That's our hit. We charged in to start. I mean, it could be. We could prove that right with the way I just did brutal momentum. It might have honestly been really effective. Okay, we got our kill, 26 seconds. So that's a pretty reliable time. I mean, if we just repeat the same test. I think I did one of these with special light. So, I mean, 26, 15. Eviscerator is coming up. Weirdly, I don't know where it's saved, though. There we go. That's where it is. All right, here's me screwing up Power Maul a whole bunch. Here's me doing Power... Did I do it? So I did test the Eviscerator. I have times for Eviscerator that are modern, I think. I didn't do any additional one. I'm going to have some trouble pronouncing your name. Adnalcium, I appreciate you becoming a member, like, a lot. Thank you so much. It's really great that someone would come by and do that, and I'm grateful. Clubs do make a good argument for being worse. That's actually fair. This was me screwing up the spawn. This was, I think, me screwing up the fight. Cool. Here we go. I agree with you. I think well, we're finding that out right now, by the way, Cawthon. How do you build a flamer to pair with the Thunderhammer? We'll just go look at it real quick then. We'll just go look at mine. This is it right here. No, it did the thing. Here you go. This is how I built mine. Unyielding flak. Yeah, I think I took Unyielding here because you can use it not into monstrosities, but into Reapers and Bulwarks specifically. You don't have to. You could take Unarmored. You could take... I don't know what's best in that slot. I just hate Bulwarks. Like, legitimately, I chose Unyielding because I hate Bulwarks, and this will kill Bulwarks with their shields. So, to me, good enough reason. Blaze Away and Flak is wise, and then Penetrating Flame is one choice. I take Penetrating Flame because it applies to Flak really effectively, and it will kill Maulers, and it will kill Ragers. But what you can also do is you could also take the other blessing, which is the crit refuels your stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, it didn't auto-renew. Maybe because you were gifted a membership last time? I'm not sure. But I really appreciate you becoming a member. I'm very grateful. So J.R. Orphan, I'm happy to answer that question. So you play. So what the setting wise, if you were familiar with the setting, you start off as a prisoner who is who is inducted as basically fodder into the Inquisition. Okay. So the Inquisition is going to use you as supplemental Suicide Squad ammunition to investigate and discover. Yeah, I mean, Cawthon is right. It's very self-contained lore, but in theory, you're working for the Inquisition. It's Ordo Hereticus. You're being drafted to fight instead of being executed as a prisoner to fight some heretics, probably die. Your character can either be a veteran, militarum veteran. I'll show you the character options here. A zealot, so veteran. This is my veteran. He's got a funny skin on right now, but I'll show you a different one. So, like cosmetically speaking, he could look like this, for example. Okay, have a las gun, kind of that thing. Have a bolt gun, plasma gun. You can be a zealot, which is zealots are preachers, or canonically, zealots are a thing that the Inquisition uses sometimes. So that'd be there. Oh, you can't see the game. Well, thank you for reminding me. Okay, here you go. We can pull this down, and then you guys will be able to see the game. My apologies. Okay, so you could be a veteran. You can have a skin that looks like this. You can have a las gun. You can be like literally a veteran. Okay. You can be a zealot, which would be which is a zealot or a preacher, which is I'll show you a skin from like that you might be able to recognize from another game, from the tabletop, the black ships game. Like there's a skin that's like that. So we just do that real quick. You can have a reference point to something that should be familiar as part of an inquisitorial retinue or something like that. Where is that skin? Here you go. So you can look like this guy. You can have a flamer, right? And then you can be this guy. You can have an eviscerator as well. You can be an Ogrin, and you can be a psyker. And so those are your options. As you level up and go through the plot, which is extremely sparse and not really worth mentioning at all, you eventually become an inquisitorial acolyte with your own inquisitorial rosette, and you go on missions. There you go. That's how the game works. That's the lore of the game. The lore of the game is extremely sparse. The way this game is played is a horde shooter with really interesting melee combat. So that's really what's going on. It's a hybrid combat game with shooting and melee, like good 40k. The combat is incredibly good and mechanically deep, and it's very fun. I want an Ogrin Greatsword too. There's no reason they can't exist in lore. There's no reason they can't exist in lore. Yeah, they should be able to exist in lore. It's fine. Okay, here we go. We're going to finish editing this stuff, and then we're going to go play some games. That's my plan. All right, here we go. So we're going to hit him. So I don't get heavy hitter from this at all, right? That was way slower, by the way. I mean, not way slower, I guess, but slow enough. 3250. Okay, yeah, there you go. I would never do light spam. That's my answer. Well, I mean, I think Fat Shark is having issues adding weapons that aren't on models, but the Indignatus Crusher doesn't exist anywhere in the model set that I know of. And there's a lot of models like that in this game, but there's plenty of models in lore that they're referencing at least. So I think lore has to be the guide. Okay, so we kill Horde here. I think this guy stood up late, so hang on. Did we just discover something really interesting? Give me a sec, chat. I gotta find this in my list. I've done this at least once. 2058. The Powerball killed him faster. Same. Okay, interesting results, gentlemen. The Power Maul actually horde cleared the Indignatus Crusher. What do we think of that? That's pretty weird. We don't have Maniac times yet, so we're gonna... I think our first result was fine, and I'm just gonna process just that one. And... Womp. I guess I could have done the body check, but it doesn't really do damage. Dude, I would love if there was new enemies in this game. It'd be so great. Oh, he was still there. 9 seconds. Ragers. We might be wrong about the Power Maul, boys. We might just be wrong about this weapon. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, with Heavy Hitter, we might just be wrong, at least in Oryx. Like, are we wrong? You could drop the I told you so here. I thought this thing was trash. Now I'm not sure which is trash. Like, is it my Maul is like, is the Power Maul bad? What's going on? It is not a pay-to-win game. You can buy the $40 pack. Do not buy the expansion pack. I'm just going to warn you. If you're going to buy the game, it's a $40 game. You can buy it on sale if you want. Don't buy the expansion pack. It gives you like a tiny amount of in-game currency, and it doesn't matter. There are paid cosmetics in this game. There are also winnable cosmetics in the game. You really don't need to. Yeah, this is me sucking for a while. Let's just ignore that. This never happened. You guys didn't see this on stream. I'm really good at the video game. Just don't worry about it. Okay, here we go. We turned my brain on right around here. There we go. There. Smack. Yeah. I'm satisfied with that as my time. 15 seconds, boys. It's a good time. That's a good time. Well, that's a solid time. There's nothing wrong with that time. Okay, so here we go. The 40 Havoc clear of total consistency. I mean, let's be fair to me on that one. I run Havoc 40s in a way that is entirely bad. Like, I'm taking Mark 12 chain axes. I'm running Havoc 40s in a rush gaming mode where I'm running equipment that is intentionally bad. I do all sorts of incredibly insane things that are all challenge difficulties. If I wanted to clear Havoc 40s consistently, I would play differently, and I would clear them consistently, probably about 50% of the time, maybe higher. And I can prove that because I posted 3 videos where we consecutively cleared Havoc 40 while using suboptimal gear. So I've beaten 3 Havoc 40s in a row using suboptimal gear, suboptimal team comps, and generally sort of forcing our way through the mission in a dangerous way. So it can be done. I can do it. That's not really the challenge. The thing about Havoc 40 is you do need a good team to clear Havoc 40 effectively and consistently. So if I'm running pubs and I'm running suboptimal gear in pubs, like, yeah, I'm going to have a harder time, but so what? Like, if my Havoc win rate when playing with JSAT and everyone was close to 5%, I would be happy. That would be good. That means the game is hard enough. But it's not. I can reasonably win like every other game when playing wrong in Havoc 40. So Havoc 40 is too easy. Okay, we're not going to worry about these. Did I record any of these Eviscerator kills? Yeah, I did a bunch of these. They all look about the same length. They're all within a radius of each other, so. Okay, we got our data, gentlemen. So we can close us out. Don't save, okay. We have our answers. Let's look at them for a second. Catechins are bad right now. I don't know what to do about them. Yeah, I don't know why they don't just steal modded changes. Like, that would be so sensible. Declaws are, like, only okay into hordes, and then they're just useless for everything else. I guess into maniacs they're okay, but they're just not good. Okay, so we're going to go leaderboard this, because I think the leaderboard should updated. And that should give us some information. So the Crusher with Martyrdom is and Slaughterer and Skullcrusher is doing worse off than the Power Maul by a little bit. But this is small gaps. This is 2 seconds, maybe 3. Small gap. Mid performance into hordes. Honestly, not that bad. This honestly impresses. I'm kind of curious what would happen if I go into Havoc and try to do the same thing with the Power Maul. I didn't do Bruisers. I suppose I could do Bruisers and see how that performs. Maybe they fall off really bad. This has almost identical performance against Ragers. Crushers. The Power Maul is really bad into Crushers. So I guess, I don't know, like, maybe we need to look at the weapon. Yeah, I bet Paul falls off really bad in Havoc, and I bet the reason is because we're relying on Brutal Momentum to have good kill speeds. So if I got to take this into Havoc, I'm going to do this, gentlemen. All right, here, give me 5 minutes. What I want to do is I'm going to go run an Auric mission real quick. I just want to play the game. I've been doing like stats and Malding for like 2.5 hours. So how about I go kill something real quick? Then I'm going to come back. We're going to do Havoc. And then we can, we'll do the test on Havoc and see what happens. And maybe we can get some better information on what Power Maul, like, needs, right?
Sergeant Major Maurer,
I do think my vision for the Power Maul is that it's Ogrin's Thunderhammer. Like, I'd like to see that happen. I think it's not really satisfying right now. Well, so Bromentum is really strong, right? But here's the thing about Bromentum. The cleave advantage only happens on headshot kill, right? So if I can kill a Poxwalker with a headshot in Auric, then I can get to kill more Poxwalkers with headshots, right? But if it takes me 2 hits in Havoc 40, then I don't get the one-shot breakpoint, and I don't get all of the advantage of the Blessing. It just does a little more damage, right? So now I'm only killing 1 Poxwalker per swing. So I go from killing like 5 Poxwalkers to 1 Poxwalker, or whatever, right? To answer your question, Orphan, yes, they do actually care. And they do listen to me and other people's feedback. I'm not the only person. I am actually part of the playtesting team. I provide feedback. That feedback is sometimes acted upon, sometimes not. And they do try to change things according to what the player base wants. I will warn you, their dev cycle is super incredibly slow. They do make the game better. The game is way better than it was 2 years ago. But they are very slow. I think anybody who says otherwise is wrong. Like, it took them a year to fix the crafting system that everyone hated. They did fix it. Actually, it took them 2 years, I think. Horrible crafting system this game started with. Now it's fine. Skullcrusher is a good blessing for Devil Claw. You want a cleave blessing, and if you can find one, like a damage blessing, Skullcrusher is okay. Skullcrusher is pretty good because it applies a debuff to enemies, but, like, it's such a weird weapon. It's got weird blessings. I don't know what to say about it. Okay, we're just gonna play a mission. I just haven't played anything in a minute, so let's go play something that doesn't suck. How about High Shock Magistrati?
I will guide them, Interrogator.
Yeah, so Aggie, I agree with you. I think that's right. My thinking is like, we get a heavy 1 overhead instead of light 1 overhead. I mean, we can still keep the light attacks, right? Because they're fun and they're fast. They need moderate buffs. Yeah, the updated crafting system is definitely easier to get the stuff you want. I have everything I want. What I would like to see... Why is this taking so long? My god. Dead game, I guess. Playing private, right? There's literally no one on right now. Well, I'll go solo.
You are to complete a sanction redactus mission.
Vinny, that's the exact answer.
Execution. Your new playmate is
I never understand why seemingly easy problems take forever to solve either. I mean, I'm a product manager by trade. I've run dev teams, and I always just go, oh, this is an easy one. Let's prioritize that because it'll be fast and it'll make people happy, and that tends to work for me. I will run Havocs probably in a minute. So you're welcome to join me when I do that. I just want to play an Auric game. I haven't touched an Auric game in forever. So I want to play an Auric game with the Power Maul and see how it feels, because I want to balance around Auric. Oh, I have teammates. Why is the DS4 still in the video game? I don't know. It needs nerfs.
I hope you're gone before they flush the system.
I've been working hard on Big Man to buff him. What? Why? Why am I waiting?
Proceed to ascend a D16's
Yeah.
location and enter dwelling level.
Yeah!
Ready for a fight.
How you doing? Wait, hold on. What's my chat button? How you doing, bud?
I love you, Pookie. Sorry, that's either way. GG.
GG, man. I genuinely need to know if this weapon is decent, and I've just been wrong this whole time.
Now I gotta work fucking hard to show off my skills.
Is that a dog? It was. Stuck on. God, please fix that. I am apparently Pookie today, boys. Stop shooting. Be suppressed. Come here. Come here. There we go. Got it. Suppression is underrated, boys. It's decent I've been wrong all this time. Well, someone should have told me sooner. How am I supposed to know these things? I only test everything constantly. I could also just be deranged because I just don't know anymore. This honestly feels so fine right now into Auric. All my expectations could be based on Havoc. It felt like an absolute fucking pool noodle in Havoc. But that might just be because Havoc, lol. You did, you told me? Yeah, alright. The Pookie was inside me the whole time, makes sense. I think I'm still right that it probably is just gonna fall off due to Bromentum not working in Havoc. I wonder what the solution to that is, by the way. Like, if Bromentum falls off in Havoc, but it's fine in Oryx, like, do we just give this Slaughter? Just give it the flag of Slaughter? No, I did test it before the rework, or after the rework, like for sure, 100%, I did. That video is pretty new. I'm not as dumb as I look. Heck off. It falls off in Havoc. Okay, so I guess that's our issue here. Is it's falling off in Havoc. Finesse damage would be good. What mods am I using? I use numeric UI, dodge counter, and guarantee special activation, guarantee, there's another guarantee. Guarantee dodges? No, that's not it. Guarantee ability activation. Slam goes super hard with Paul. Is that a damage buff? I forget. What does Slam do again? Remind me. Pickaxe is extremely good on Ogrin. God, the breakpoints are insanely easy in Auric. What the fuck? This feels insane. It's too reliant on one-shotting. I mean, yeah, maybe if we just give it Solder, it becomes good. Like, I mean that legitimately. Slam is good. Yeah, okay. I didn't kill that guy. I should test this. This information on this is why I need to go do the Bruiser test. I'm gonna do the Bruiser test after this. I'm gonna do a Havoc test after this. We're gonna find out how this weapon fares. I got heavy hitter stacks. That was a headshot. He didn't die. Are some of these guys wounded? What's going on? Nice. The barrel. This really doesn't feel bad, I have to tell you. And I got all my toughness back. God, Ogrin is hilarious. There is a problem I have to tell you guys. I don't know how to solve this, by the way. I dodged right into that. I sprinted right into that. I just turned my brain off.
This is like my main laser beam build either way. Like, it's not my main build either. My main sniper.
Can you survive until the Ascender is deployed?
It is like a work pick. I mean, that's a good point, too. The power mode sucks. I hate using it. I hate having the weapon slow down. I guess I'm playing work. I can shoot as much as I want, right? I guess no problem. God, that's so annoying to use. I must have taken a hit somewhere. What did I get hit by? Poxwalker? Oh no, I got downed in a net? No, that can't have been corruption. I got corrupted by. It just needs the relic mode. This is so slow to use. Yeah, I agree the gimmick mode sucks, although it actually is pretty useful, and it's annoying to use, but it's really useful in Havocs. But I don't like it. I don't like using it, is the problem. I didn't think so. I don't think so, Trapper. Oh, they're stuck in one! The double drop down! Is there a thank you button in this? I think so. I get healed. I'm actually not clear on why I got healed here. God. Oh, Grimvar is what corrupted me. Okay. The toggle, I think that's totally fair. I don't think it needs to be weakened. There's no reason it should be any weaker than the Relic Blade. Came in fast. Ogrin moment. I'm a god right up until there's a specialist nearby, and then I can't dodge. I guess in theory you could keep the slowdown on activate if you went relic load. Oh, well, below average, go go play with the relic blade. Power creep. It's a little power crept, but it's not insane. It's not deranged. Bullying monstrosities would be very entertaining. I missed it too. Yeah, relic blade is really good. It's not crazy. I had a lot of time to play with it before it was released, and it's really, really strong. Definitely one of Zealot's best weapons, not crazy. It can't one-shot crushers without OTF, so it's reasonably balanced, that's what I'm saying. I hate the stunning to flamers. Think. I mean, this is feeling fine. I just saw. Some nice bleed, bitch. No, no, no. Oh, I dodged. Ogrin moment. I got frame trapped. Yeah, well, I think he means the dodge speed, not the weapon swing speed. I give other people ammo. Demon host. I really need to try this thing. Why? Why do you not stagger? Why? I can stagger crushers right now. This is so weird. Yeah, dodge speed is different than dodge distance. It's how fast you accomplish the dodge. I believe the second hit will benefit, because the first hit applies. That's a slam is good for. Yeah, stagger talents are underrated. I really mean that. Oh lord, my dude is over there. All right, let's go get him. Grab her coming. I think I can get this before she gets here. I didn't get it. Ha ha ha. Can't use my power attack because I'll wake up the witch. I think your BRB screen should start normally, and each loop gets faster and faster. I can do that. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Why are we malding? Well, maybe we're wrong is why we're malding today. Do I feel the Ogre Knife is good? I think that the Ogre Knife is fine, and look, everything is viable in Oryx. Like, I don't know how to say that more strongly. There's nothing that's bad in Oryx. Question is what gets good into Havocs. What actually plays, like, what's best and what's just like, eh. So I think the Ogrin Cleaver is okay. Its TTKs are fine. It just needs some, it does need buffs. Based on my data set, it needs buffs. If I'm wrong about that, I would be surprised. My data on Power Maul has also just been updated, and it's not that bad. So I clearly needed to re-update it. But it's not that good either. Like, I think if you compare it to Pickaxe, it just works, right? I've used Knife and Havoc 40. You use the Mark IV specifically, and it's fine. But it's ironically, one of the problems is its dodge distance is worse than the pickaxe. Please. How many times do I have to hit you? This seems like a problem. Why am I not beating the piss out of these Ragers? Why did that not kill him? That's insane. That's disgusting. I recall this being part of my thoughts as well. Like, average Poxwalker is not dying to, like, push attack swing with this thing. I'm enormous. What the hell is going on here? Oh, knock it off. Somebody has a Grimoire again. Must be. The Mark 6 Ogrin Cleaver does only sweeps and it's bad. It needs buffs really bad. I basically just copied the heavy sword and said, let's do this. Yeah, it's the worst one by far. Come on, reset. There we go. Let's get down here and get this done. It's amazing how much easier this feels to me. I know I've been trapped like 3 times, but I'm an Ogrin, so it doesn't count. Yeah, I'm gonna do games in chat. I just want to test a few. I just wanted to test a few things. I have to confirm my hypotheses, so that's why I'm just running a random one real quick. I might be running out of time here, actually, so I might just hop straight into games. Yeah, I think we're just gonna hop right into games after this one, so why doesn't chat hop on in? Quick Ogrin melee tier list. Top of the tier, all the pickaxes.
I forgot
And
we're supplied stick the ammo.
then the shield. Then the shield for sure. Then after that, I would say cleavers, power maul, clubs, and shovels. Clubs are down compared to some of these other weapons because they don't do anything the pickaxes don't do. So I guess you could put, like, they're kind of all in the same tier. Like, there's no S tier weapons for Ogrin, except maybe, I guess, pickaxes are pretty good. I'm just taking this damage, I don't care.
Hey, it's my cousin.
Today I am playing Darktide. Tomorrow, on Thursday, I will probably play Marvel Rivals. I use this time, typically when I'm streaming, to do research. So today was a very like research heavy stream for me. I also use this time to like experiment with stuff. My stream ends at 5, so in about an hour. So I'll probably just hop right into Havocs after this if people want to join me. I think I'm going to start doing Marvel streams on Thursdays. But I'm not sure yet, you know? It's not like I'm bad at the game. I'm a Grandmaster player, so people would probably watch. But my audience with Marvel is not the same as my audience with this game, right? It's just different. So I'll have to build a new audience, as it turns out. And that will be interesting. I don't think I'm gonna stop playing this game anytime soon. Like, I know it's a small game, it's niche, but I just fucking love it. It's so fun. Do I play story-driven games on stream? You know, honestly, if I thought I could get some people to come hang out with me for it, I would probably play Signalis again on stream. I fucking love that game. Signalis was amazing. One of the best games I've ever played. Come on, bud, you don't need to stand there forever. Can we just leave? Thank you. I don't want to leave you up here because you're gonna get trapped. Yeah, I know. I don't blame you for not watching a game you're not interested in. Like, fucking, why would I do that? I just mean it from like from a practical perspective. My streams with Darktide are pretty, like, they're not that small. Like, I'm getting 125 people hanging out. Whereas if I go to Marvel Rivals, it'll probably be like 15. I don't know. Well, maybe I'll try playing Signalis sometime. I'd love to play it again. It's such a fucking great game. My next game would be Vermintide 3. I would play Vermintide 3 if they made one. I don't think I'll go play Vermintide on stream, mostly because I like Vermintide. I think it's a great game, but for me, Darktide supersedes it entirely. Like, I don't particularly love, I don't feel the need to go back to Vermintide. I've gone back and played it, and I feel like the mechanics make me feel a lot slower, right? It's a good game. It's a great game. But it's just different. And I'm not so invested in the characterization that everyone else is. Like, I get it. I like the characters. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima a lot. It's a great game. I've made a lot of references to Signalis in various videos of mine. As jokes or as entertainment or whatever. Like, it happens a lot.
Dreams are a form of escape. But for you, there is only the grinding horror of your waking life.
It's not so bad. Keeps you focused.
Until you break.
I don't break. Never have, never will.
Laser Commander.
Ammo crate. Go there.
You saved me the trouble of hunting you down.
This guy says hello to the stream.
Sanction Redactor's target confirmed. Varlets.
So what I just applied to this guy was Skull Crusher, so he's gonna die super hard now. Get off us.
Impressive, I suppose. Well done, Varlets. I will amend future projections based on today's performance.
Cool guy bidding at work is more fun than Havoc. That's my view on Havoc versus Auric. I think Auric is an entertaining game mode. Obviously, it was the old skill cap. Why I start talking like an ogre in the second I start playing when it's like brain rot. Okay, so how do we feel about the damage here? Melee weapon damage. I feel like I could have outclassed this with any other weapon. Bleed damage, 30,000. I mean, competitive with shield, I guess. Vinny, hello. Yeah, or became the power fantasy, and I think Havoc has become the challenge difficulty. And so for me, since I've played so much of this game, it's just Vinny. Thank you for the memberships. That's awesome. Let's throw some W's in the chat, my friend Vinny. Very grateful for that. Gentlemen, I'm going to be opening up Havoc today. We're going to play a heavy hitter Ogrin in Havoc. We're probably going to die a lot, just so you know, because don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to need about 2 seconds. And actually, you just queue it up. I think I'm good. Hope you're doing well today, Vinny. Hope you're having a good day. It's a lovely Tuesday afternoon, so glorious. But I'm gonna open up. The Havoc 40 chat. Yes, thank you. Oh, we got a great map today, boys. Let's get in here. Party Finder. Game mode. Havoc. We'll use mine. List own party. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the BRB screen. So if you start trying to join, just let me know if it's you. But give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna run back. Morka, I recognize you. There you go. Gentlemen, all your Havocs are in pubs. Alright, are any of you... Oh, hey, cool. We got Khan. Get in here, Khan. Gamorka, your connection didn't work. Try again. I said yes, Gamorka, and it didn't work, so try again. Your game broke? Okay. I'll hold a slot for you. And we got Gob in here. Alright. I'm playing favorites. Sorry, boys. That's just happening a little bit. There's a lot of people here that are willing to play. Alright, let's go. We got a party. Somebody needs to walk up and hit the console.
Harden your heart.
I should have said no to you, Gob. Play with someone else.
Do you hear the call of battle?
Go. So, Soggy, its politics are... I don't know what to say about its politics. Do we think that lesbian space communism, being portrayed as the bad guys, is a bad decision? Because, I mean, the lesbian space communists are not exactly the good guys in that setting. And they're fighting the, I don't know, evil capitalist imperialists or something. I don't know, like... The politics didn't feel very ham-fisted to me, except insofar as it was a criticism of, like, Soviet-style dictatorships, which I don't have a problem with personally. So I'm not a huge fan of, you know, Soviet dictatorships. Not really my jam.
Special issue ammunition
So I didn't find the politics ham-fisted, personally. I found them to be actually pretty cleverly done, and most of the game is just a horror game about the experience of individuals in difficult circumstances, which I thought was good. So that's my view. I think it's a great game. The gameplay is, you know, it's just a top-down horror shooter or whatever. So it's not like stellar, amazing, riveting gameplay, but they nail the vibe. You know, it's hard to say that about a game confidently all the time, but like, not every game nails the vibe, and they nail the vibe. And so I think you have to play it as an experience and enjoy it for what it is. And it's got a fantastic story. There's sub-layers to the story that are really great. It's clearly made by two very passionate people with good eye for design and aesthetic. So I think Signalis is amazing. Like, I played it in like 6 hours, and it was worth every penny I played for it. I probably paid too little for how much I like it. You know? I'm playing Auric. I'm not playing Auric. Problem. That is a lot of Reapers to start my day off with. And they're pus hardened. Alright, we're gonna learn today how we feel about this weapon. We're gonna learn. I must have left before the blood got on because the heads are flying off like fucking rockets. What if I was just wrong and the weapon is actually good? Thanks, Bless. Have a great day. Appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon yourself, and thanks for the game. Someone died. Did he get eaten by a overhead or what? Where is he dead? Fire. Nope. I'm falling off pretty good here. Oh yeah, we're gonna solve that problem. I'm gonna get Gamorka here. Gamorka, you're coming up. This looks hilarious with my mod. Like, skulls be flying. Oh, I heard him, but I missed the dodge timing. I really wish that the pattern of attacks on this was a little different. Boys, are we not down constantly? It's a Havoc 40. What's going on in here? Watch fire. We got the close revive. Easy. Well, heavy hitter certainly is boosting the damage here. I had to play it without heavy hitter last time, and it felt like hot garbage.
Quarter achieved.
passageways, alleys, tunnels.
Got Skull Crusher on it. There you go. Easy. This build has the push buff blessing. I don't think it does. How would the double explode feel in Havoc since double explode? On what weapon? I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Be more conservative with my ammo. We're not playing we're not playing Auric here. The Havoc 40, right? Yeah, okay, we're just slaughtering. It's fine. Oh, I've tried it. It didn't feel good at all. I don't know what to tell you about that. It didn't seem like it did anything. The real question, how's my damage look at the end of this game? It's been bugged since they added it, it doesn't do anything? That's amazing. Get Helm pressure on him. Somebody hit him too hard. Dead. Thanks for the buff. Fat Shark Seal of Quality. True. Honestly, it feels okay. I wonder to what extent it's being rescued by, I wonder how it, like... I hope they buff him by removing a tree. What perk does nothing in his tree? I still think it'd be nice if it had a bit more damage into crushers. Like, that crusher time was pretty sad. I'm just... That's a yeet and delete kind of moment there. Look at that skull. Look at that. That didn't kill? Are you kidding me? Not be here. Ogrin has very slow attacks, he just does. It doesn't feel horrible. I don't know what to say about that. Ogre Tree is just a bore. It's just... There's nothing going on there. I think the special attack on this thing just sucks, and I think it should probably do more damage. I mean, it just suffers from, like, that classic Ogre problem. Of, like, why did that not die? Why did that not die? Why did that not die? Yeah, yeah. No stopping me. What does it do? I don't remember what it does. They're too bad on toughness. Thought I'd be having a worse time, but I got 2 shout bets, so. Oh, uninterrupted while charging heavy attacks? Yeah, I mean, who cares? Yeah, Ogre Tree is just there's 2 builds. They don't matter. That doesn't blow me up. Fat ass Ogre moment. Since our mundane. Ogre needs like interesting stuff. I imagine that we're not gonna see like a sudden uptick in like reworks on Ogrin though. Like, I don't think we're gonna see like them. My guess is, just knowing Fast Shark's history, like they'll do what they did with the vet tree, which is they didn't give the vet tree like a bunch of new stuff the last time they reworked it, right? They just changed it around, gave it a little bit of new stuff, and then called it a day, right? Yeah, Ogre's, that's why I've been so Agayek's right. And the main reason I'm focusing, so like, his tree is boring, but it's not literally useless. It's just boring. It doesn't do anything. You just take one of two talents and you're done, right? But the real disappointment with him is his weapons all feel bad to use. So like an easy solution, I think I just lit you on fire, sorry about that, Bob. An easy solution is just to fix that. Here, ammo for everybody. That feels not very impressive, doesn't it? I want to be where I am, so I'm gonna not. Oh my god. This is Whiffle bet. Yeah, the heavy attack thing is horrible for Ogrin. This takes so long to activate. It's like an age. I can't use it in combat effectively. Let me finish my reload here.
Why is it never easy? I blame you, varlets.
Yep, I'm not getting one-hit KOs. Look at this. I know it's Mobians and all, but like... every time I don't get a one-hit KO, I don't get momentum.
Data flow resuming. No interruptions. On Messiah be praised.
Oh my god, why didn't he die from that? Turn power ball on. Hit Groner in head. Groner lives. Are you? I don't care if it's Havoc. I dodged. You saw me dodge. Ogre moment.
The interrogator refuses to work.
That's some condition damage right there, boys. Look at this. Oh god. See you next era. Not be there for that. I don't have to get shot to pieces. Get out of here.
Data stream ceased. You are certain you installed the data interrogator.
God, Ogrin dodges suck so much. Local Ogrin struggles to kill one Poxwalker. When I do hit Bromentum, this thing suddenly feels like a weapon. It's an interesting idea, Cawthon. Like, give them better cleave overall. I kind of agree with you. I feel like they're meant to be stagger 6, but then they just like bounce off stuff so quickly. I just want you to remember that this is a power weapon, and the Relic Blade exists, and then this exists. Like, that's what we're comparing to right now. Like, we're not comparing this to like, oh, is this decent to compare to like, I don't know, like a pickaxe or something. We're comparing this to like, is this decent compared to any other proper melee weapon in the game? Because the thing that this is ironically best at is Horde Clear, right? Well, you need to compare that to another good Horde Clear weapon then, right? By the way, I noticed something. It seems like condition damage is not considered range damage. So if you're shooting at someone with Pus Hardened and you proc a bunch of fire or bleed, guess what happens? They die. Y'all can just take the ammo, it's fine. Yeah, it's and the fact that it takes me this long to turn on and then queue up a swing is part of the problem. So if it was it needs the Relic Blade functionality because it takes like 9,000 years. Yeah, infinite cleave on Inferno Staff. Yeah, absolutely. Super strong. Super strong. Alright, if we're gonna wipe, we're probably gonna wipe here. I probably should have given that ammo to someone else. I figured we got a lot of use of it. Wink. I love dog interactions. Please fix. I don't think I need this yet. What happened to that attack? That attack doesn't know what happened to that attack. It's actually not that much faster on the Indignatus Crusher, I don't think. I don't think it's actually that fast. But it is fast and it feels noticeable. Look at me, I'm crouching. They can't stop me. I think the Crusher needs to have it be fixed as well. Like, it's not fun to have your weapon turn you into a like brainless idiot when you hit a button. It's a button.
Something lurking.
I have not killed anyone with a direct hit on this weapon yet in this entire group. It's all been bleeds so far. Duck. The hell?
No more sniper.
Ammo! The soldier's true friend!
I just did get power creeped.
Ammo.
Everybody else can have that. Take that ammo, I'm good. I have enough for the odd special, that's all I need. I'm applying Skull Crusher through his shield, I did not know that. Ow. The special button is not going through quite often. I almost blew myself up, but I didn't because this does no damage. It's an interesting idea, Wardo. Kind of similar to an idea I had, honestly. Oh, well. The grenade for this, because this is what we're gonna need it for. So I'm told it does have like really strong cleave properties with this, so that's, I mean, an advantage for sure. Get the fire! Ow! 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 I'm gonna down to the fire. I don't think that's true, Nicoli. Especially considering I'm a playtester, so. I mean, go watch my video on the Thunderhammer, and then look at the Thunderhammer and patch notes and ask, and just, was there any community feedback that got adopted? It seems like it. This does seem like it's doing something when powered. Worth it, worth every penny. Most important part of the fight. Oh my god, I missed. Get out of here. Gotta stop going in there, apparently. Jesus. Agagek is right. They listen to feedback. It just takes them 18 months. I don't really think I'm the one who should take this, so we'll give it to the vet. There's no Medicaid for a while. Come here, Gob. There. Be healthy. I suppose I could have waited until after he was down, but God, that I hate that uppercut. That uppercut shouldn't be there. It should just be, instead of an uppercut, hear me out. Surprised I'm not feeling too punished by FNP. I guess I've been playing this game enough at this point that not having FNP isn't hurting me too bad. I do notice it, but it's not bad. I do have the 2 shout vets, I suppose, so I keep forgetting that. Barrel. And we're done with this nonsense. My specs, I'm running a 4090 with like an i9 processor, and I don't remember, and I think 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM, I think. It's not something I remember off the top of my head, sorry. They're very high-end specs. How's that? Do I think Rock should have a better regen rate? Yeah, it should. Yeah, Tanner's right. And I'll explain why. It's really simple. Just compare it to the throwing knife. Just compare Rock to throwing knife for a second. What can Rock do that throwing knife can't do? Well, Rock can one-shot muties. Very funny. Okay. Has no cleave. Doesn't really do that much more damage to any other target other than muties. I think I mentioned it has no cleave, but if I didn't mention it has no cleave. Has no cleave is a big one. Will bounce off of one Poxwalker. It doesn't throw instantly. You have to pull it out like it's a grenade to use it, right? You guys take. I don't need. And knife regens every time you melee an elite, which is a really, really fast rate. So we're talking about really fast and really useful and quick to throw and quick to kill and everything versus funny Rock. So Rock deserves buffs. Absolutely, 100%. All I'm doing is applying Skull Crusher. Get out of here. Wait a second, did I apply that through his shield? No. He's dead. It would be funny if it could plow through multiple enemies. Like, just give it a ton of cleave. Why not? It's an enormous rock. Ogrin is basically a trebuchet. Why not? Yeah, I actually turned down the graphics settings on this game so that I can run it less demandingly on my machine, because it runs my machine pretty hot and I don't want it to. But yeah, no, I can run some. I might have DDR5. I can't remember. I forgot DDR5 was even a thing. So. Oh, that's so slow. It's weird in that I don't think it does run that much better. I still use frame generation. Heavy hitter, this thing doesn't feel too bad. That's my formal take. So maybe it's the problem of, like, I ran it without heavy hitter, in which case this feels like hot garbage. You know, plausible. I'm definitely bottom damage. If I had a pickaxe, I'd be, you know, competitive at least. Too much ammo. I need to save the rest of this. Any tips on where to find a Havoc 40 group? I mean, you can come to my Discord. People play there. We're a little bit light on playtime lately, just because I'm super busy, other people are super busy. It just is what it is. But that's a good option. I need to save the rest of this for specialists. I'm not shooting anymore. I'm conserving the rest of my ammo. God, it's so slow. It's actually working out this split because I'm keeping the beast, keeping away enough of the enemies off beast. Oh boy. Ah, let me walk, please. Don't do me again. I can do it again. God.
I like this.
Hope that worked. That's our biggest problem right now. I'll send you a Discord invite. Just stick around until I'm done with this game. I'll send you one. I'll just post it in chat. Anybody who wants to join can come join. It's fine. I'm sort of an asked to be invited server as opposed to an open server. Okay, well. It's low on HP.
So much for green fire.
I think we're okay to advance. No, I have an invite. Just stick around. I'll send you the invite. You can join me. Going to the suicide room so we can get. Oh.
Yes. Sniper down. Feeling good.
It's gonna be tough for us. Now is when I feel like FNP would have made me much safer, like from before. No, I don't think so. I don't know where she was, but I just intuited that she was probably. Stop! No way. I was mid-dodge. Dodge. Jesus Christ. Joseph Davidson. Welcome to Adept. Thank you for becoming a member of this channel. I really appreciate that a lot. Like, that's a pretty high tier too, so let me know. I think there's some extra perks there. Obviously, I can get you into the special members chat for you, so happy to do it. Well, since we're sitting here waiting for the team, give me a shake. And I'll get you an invite to the channel. Okay, everybody? Oh, wait, I'm up. I'm up. Hang on, never mind. I remember I was dodging, too, so that was bullshit in the extreme. Oh, Lord. Sliver away from death. Please give me more charges. think I can get the revive. Oh, I got away from that. Wait. I have toughies. I like how the music is stopped. Listen to how, like, anticlimactic this is. Ah, yes, the linger time is what got me. Figures. Figures. These are the hardest parts of the map, and we're almost through them. So, you know, obviously we have to beat the mission, but we're doing pretty good here. No more can't come back to any other power Maul game. True. Honestly, one of the worst things is how slow this feels to use. Like, it feels like I'm playing with molasses. You know those dreams where you can't run properly? That's what this feels like to use. And I really mean that. It feels like I'm trying to take actions but can't. It's not gonna deal with getting shot by you. How do you like that, huh? Okay, good, good. Reginald fused them together. He's fighting over nothing, yeah. It's dead. The power of holding my emotional support machine gun. I just don't want to be where I am right now. So I'm gonna not. I'm going to leave. That feels like it just needs to do more damage. I know I'm in Havoc. I know. But if it's gonna swing this slow and I'm gonna be an Ogrin, can we just like... You can make my weapon swing slower if every time I hit something it explodes from how strong I am. Get out of here. Cool. I'm getting. Ah, I'm not talking in my mic properly. That's fine. I think so. I need to not be here. Over the... Poor guy. You need to test cleave on this. Because, like, maybe it's good, it's just as, like, slow as shit. You know what I mean? Because it looks like I'm cleaving a lot when it's on. Corbin, you're... Oh, wait. You're... I don't know if I got that right, but have a good night. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow when you wake up sometime.
Enemy down.
I will be posting the Discord link in the chat in just a minute, so if you tune in around here, the chat should save that for you and you should be able to see it, but I just need to actually grab the link.
I approve this course.
It's not horrible. I shouldn't have taken that ammo. My bad. With heavy hitter, it feels pretty usable. I shouldn't have gotten away with that, to be honest. I'm gonna go do a proper test of it if I have time. I don't have time today. Sorry, boys. This is my last game. So I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna finish this game. It's 5 o'clock. I gotta get going pretty soon. I got some stuff to do, and then we will lock and load out the door. So I heard that. Please die someday. Gotta walk slow so you can remember to use the different feet. That's true. Finish the reload. I got 2. Cannot see him. Holy shit. That right there was a big head Ogrin moment. Jesus Christ. I should honestly probably just take it down here so I can stand up with more health. That was that circumstance, that right there, what you just saw, was why FNP is good on Ogrin. That's the exact reason. I just want to be clear about that. Please let me kill the enemy. So many shooters. You know what? Fuck this. Look at this. This is abysmal. Why is my toughness regen faster than yours? I don't know. It could be that it's percentage based, so you're getting less toughness. I didn't out heal, so for the record, I didn't out heal. I did eventually hit 0 toughness, but I would always have a little toughness in the chamber like I would always have a little toughness in the chamber left over before the next tick of gas. So it could be that. Definitely not infant cleave, so I'm not getting all these maulers. We just need one more of these. Got it. I got it, boys. We're done. Let's just reload. Down. I saw those shooters. I was like, fuck. Ah, just go. Just leave. Let's just end the game. I gotta get out of here soon. Uh-oh. There we go. Hey, Noah. How are ya? Catching the exact end of the stream. Alright, so let's put this on the table. Condition damage, 125,000. So that's bleed, right? Including charge bleed. Melee damage, 400,000. Compared to everybody else's real damage. That's not very impressive. This is, I've got heavy hitter on this Ogrin, right? We cleared this with heavy hitter. This is the Havoc 40, and I did like 400,000 melee damage. That's pretty piss. That's pretty piss. You did. I'm out of here pretty much. You'll have to watch the VOD, my dude. I'm sorry. Give me just a shake. I'm going to pop in a... where's the rules one? I'm going to pop in an invite. Edit invite link. Open it. Hopefully this works. No, it doesn't. Hang on. There's something wrong with stream mode. It just doesn't freaking work. Give me a sec. 7 days. Generate link. Boom. Done. All right. Gentlemen. I did compare Crusher versus Paul, and the results were interesting, and I'm going to have to spend some time thinking about it, because I wasn't entirely right. So I don't know where to go with my being wrong, so I'll have to spend some time. I'll think about it. I'll come back to you guys on what we're going to do. GG to those of you who joined me for the games today. I really appreciate that. How hard is Havoc? Havoc 40 is way, way, way harder than Auric. Like, way harder. The things that still kill you in Auric can kill you just the same in Havoc. But Havoc, when you make a mistake, you get punished really, really hard. So that's just the honest answer. Now, gentlemen, I don't have a lot of time, so I have to get running right now. I'm already 10 minutes over, and I have to get to another meeting. So I will catch up with you all later. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the donations to the channel in the form of gifted subs and subs. I am incredibly grateful for that. You guys have no idea how grateful I am for that, actually. It's a huge deal for me. And thank you. I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, Jod, JG, this is Power DI. That was a 45-minute game? Yeah, it was. It was. We didn't speedrun it. So, like, not even speedrun. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the suboptimal, very challenging gameplay that we do with rush gaming. Like, we're not speedrunning exactly because we're not using knife, we're not using stealth, but we're speedrunning kind of. It's very, but we're fighting stuff too, and so things get stacked up and then it becomes very hard to move. So it's a very different game when you're playing like those rush games. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.